secrets. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. No, I really am. Let me prove it. It's me, Ethan Van Sciver. And it's a great honor and a pleasure and a privilege. I always want to say privilege. I want to say it's a great privilege and honor to be with you. But it's a pleasure and a privilege to be with you tonight as we examine the world of pop culture. Let's see who we've got in here. We got a few people. We got Matt Wenger. We got Nailin Malin. Oh my God, Nailin Malin. That's an ironic name right now. I'm in so much trouble with John Malin. John Malin is such a good guy that he's not gonna give me help for this. But I'm gonna give myself help for it. Last night I was doing a bit on his show where we were talking about Charlie XCX, and it was a kind of an ongoing joke about me being an old man who does not belong at a pop music concert with young people, and I played on his stream because I said share this. I played some live performances by Charlie XCX, which rolled right into a video, a copyrighted video of Charlie XCX. And now John Malin, apparently he didn't get a strike, but he can't live stream. And I don't know for how long, but it is absolutely horrible. And I was like, oh my God, apologizing to poor John all day long. I got to get John in here. Just got to. I'm going to send him the link. I'll send. You know what? I'm going to make this kind of a ComicsGate Live kind of thing, and we will get people in here. I think that's a good thing to do. So, how is everyone tonight, other than John Malin? I hope you guys are doing all right. Let me see here. Let me send this link into ComicsGate Live. Boom. Okay, we're live streaming. We are going to have some people in here. I think I'll send it to Cecil. And I also want to send it to Wenger and see if he wants to come in here as well. I can't help it. I love that guy. Matt Wenger he is a star. He is an absolute star. Where is he? Scrolling down. There he is. Okay. Well, I haven't talked to him since September 11th. Well, now's a good time. Pop in here, pal. Oh, he's probably in the chat. He's probably watching right now. Okay, Wenger, I just sent you the link. Come on in here. Join me. Join us. All right, so let's see what's going on here. The Tarek says Cecil and Wenger are great. Michael Connor says get Mike and Umbrella. Let's see. Billy the Wombat says get or boost Malin. I think that's probably a good idea. Sweetcast says we need Malin. Well, let's get Sweetcast in here too. I haven't talked to Sweetcast in forever. And I watched a video by you today, which was really nice. I'll tell you something. Clint at Sweetcast is a thoughtful fellow. Let's see. And he makes great content. All right, Clint. Clint, are you busy? Do you feel like doing a little work tonight? All right, let's see here. Paste. Boom. I saw him say, I need some entertainment. Why don't you be the entertainment? That's what it's all about. All right, let's see. Tish Miggin says, you haven't talked to me in forever, Ethan, or either. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Sure. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Clint. Come on in. Margaret Miracle puts up Graveyard Shift 2. All right, so let's talk about Graveyard Shift 2 before we go any further. We are now in the last 30 hours or so. Let me just take a look at this with you. 31 hours left. 31 hours left of Graveyard Shift Volume 2. This has been going now, or 30 hours. This has been going now for, I think 2 months. So this is it. And once this closes out, it closes out. John did say that it's not going to an in-demand store. I believe he said that. Don't quote me on that, but I think I heard him say that. So 30 hours, we want to get this thing where we can. If you haven't backed Graveyard Shift Volume 2 yet, please do. I mean, please, the link's in the description. Make sure you get your copy because this book is red hot. And I love Graveyard Shift. I was talking to John about like what the toys would be like. I don't know. I want this big werewolf toy. I want this dude. Here's what I want. I want this Dracula toy with the wings. I want all this stuff. We can make all this stuff. That's the great thing about ComicsGate. We can actually make all this stuff together. All right, so the link's in the description. Back War Campaign or back Graveyard Shift Volume 2, the graphic novel. Make sure that that comes your way. All right, so moving on to the next topic really quickly. I'm in kind of a bad mood today. I'm in a bad mood. There's a lot of drama going around. There's a lot of weirdness, and I'm unhappy about it. I want people to kind of get along, or whatever. But there's just so much fighting, and it just seems to me like drama is caused by the people who are condemning drama. Can't we get along? Is there some way that all of us can sort of just work together? I think that would be nice. Let's see. FoxB5 says Ethan's in a bad mood. Here's Wanger. Wanger, welcome. Redgay says we can. Margaret Miracle says F drama. Welcome, Wanger. Do you feel like F drama today or what?
I'm against it. I'm the guy. I'm always on Twitter like, guys, I hate drama. Please don't bring drama my way.
Yeah, I think the act of being on Twitter and saying talking about drama is probably facilitating more drama. And I realize that I've just done that here on this stream, but I'm tired. I'm really tired. I just feel like overall it's destructive to the purpose of this. And I don't know. We've got this thing going on right now where I think people are trying to prove, Wanger, that hold on, here's Clint. Clint, welcome. People are trying to prove that I personally command War Campaign to put penises on people's faces.
Well, I was there the last time the check cleared. It went out, it goes to row, and then he disperses it.
Yeah, Clint, what do you think of this? I watched your video about drama today. What's your take on everything that's going on right now?
Yeah, so my big takeaway is that I think some of the problem comes in when you want everyone to get along. I don't know. I'm actually pretty happy with the fact that, I'll be honest, I like Mike Miller. I like a lot of people. And none of that has really changed. I don't have to have everybody that I like and admire be on good terms at all points in time. That was essentially, like, if I boiled down my video, that was my point. So
you can
people don't have
the art from the artist.
Yeah, I mean, something that I can't stand is when artists they treat me like trash, and that's part of the reason why ComicsGate appealed to me. And it is really disheartening when I get on Twitter and I get blocked immediately, just because I follow the wrong people, by comic pros. I don't like that. If people are respectful to me, then I'm happy. That's what I want. So
yeah, I think that would be nice. But in any case, I'm sad about all of this, and today I just took a long nap. I gotta tell you, I went to bed at like 4, and I just smashed my face into the pillow. I woke up, my nose was like bent. It's like it was bent, and it had like a red mark on it from just being passed out. I'm very sad about everything, and yeah, I just feel like I just need a rest, and I feel like everything's happening right now. Like, why is everything happening now because of this? I mean, do you feel like there's a little bit of am I paranoid?
I don't know. I know people are chomping at I'm excited. Like that's the feeling that I get. I don't know. And I mean, it's hard for me to follow everything, the fast speed of social media. Every time I get in, there's something else going on. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about it. Once I saw you stream and you showed that off yesterday, I believe. Yeah, man, I'm really excited to get my copy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about everybody reading it. I mean, this is the culmination of all of my hard work. And it felt really exciting to get it. I mean, to actually hold Cyberfrog Blood Honey in my hands was fantastic. It was marvelous. And actually read it and see that it kind of turned out pretty well. I think it turned out well. We'll see. We'll see what people say. But yeah. So in any case, I got to cheer myself up because I just feel like I have the blues today, and that doesn't happen very often. I'm usually very cheerful. I'm usually very chipper. Margaret Miracle says, bring Scott Kurtz on. Yeah, that'll fix everything.
That's some entertainment for you.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
does it feel different with this book? I mean, you've been published so many times, and I know, like, I can't imagine the feeling of just seeing it on the racks, but you've already experienced that so many times. Is this different for you?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I have to say, it is different because it's mine. I did it for me.
Yeah.
Working on Green Lantern, and working on Flash and those comics, it never felt like it was for me. It felt like it was for other people. It felt like, at the end of the day, it was nice to see my work come out and be in print. But, and I liked it, but it was never like this because, I never worked as hard on any of those books either. That's the thing. I never worked as hard on them as I did on those. So, in any case, this is much, much different and much, much better. And I'm looking forward to doing Rainbow the Brute. All right. So, let's go over a few things that are going on in the news. Clint, will you join me in this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. Here's the big issue. Again, Zoe Quinn.
Oh.
And we talked about this before. Have you done a video about Zoe yet and this situation?
Not yet. I've been meaning to. I don't know. This is shocking. This is for DC. Like, I don't know. They're zigging and zagging. I have no idea what they're thinking here.
This just seems like an aggressive move to me. I mean, especially after, one assumes that Zoe Quinn had this job a long time ago. They gave Zoe this job back when, probably like 3 months ago. No, you know what happened? Almost certainly they moved her off of her Vertigo title. They said, we're going to cancel this book, but here's your consolation prize. You're going to write this thing instead.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm almost positive that's how it happened. That's the way they work. But
the timing of the announcement is like this. It's not on accident. You know what I mean? Just from a public relations perspective, it's really interesting.
They can't be like that. The timing. I mean, and the book's called Deathbringer. The book is called Deathbringer.
Oh no!
You can't get worse than that, Clint. You cannot get worse than that. That is the worst thing in the world. Are DC aware of this? I mean, are they aware of what? Are they aware of how this looks? Are they aware of how this looks to people? It is bizarre. Zoe Quinn to write DC Comics Batman and Superman spinoff, The Infected Deathbringer. I guess. Like your boy Zach says, people fail upwards in mainstream comics, and I think they kind of do. You blow it at Vertigo, and you get another job right away. DC Comics announces Zoe Quinn will team up with artist Tyler Kirkham. Oh no! Oh no! Do you know why that's an oh no, Clint?
I have no idea.
He's one of us.
Tyler Kirkham? I don't know Tyler Kirkham.
He's a Mormon.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yes.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he's such a good guy, dude. Oh no. To write a Batman and Superman spinoff titled The Infected Deathbringer #1. All right, so here's the cover art. This is this Tyler's work? It doesn't really look like Tyler's work, but it's a quickie, that's for sure. Yeah. Don't know. This is Zoe Quinn's mental image. This is how Zoe sees herself. And it's how I see her too.
It doesn't look like a cover that's I'm sorry. I'm not a great artist, but that does not look like a cover that is planning on actually being published. It's like,
if you saw this on the stands, would you buy it? I mean,
no. And no offense to Tyler Kirkham. I don't know him, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's just trying something new here, but it could be better. Quinn's story will focus on Donna Troy as she becomes infected by the Batman who laughs. The Batman who laughs, toxin, and turns her into the worst version of herself. DC Comics describes the story, a story of a hero who is done with bringing peace to a world that cannot be trusted with it. A woman whose newly awakened dark side is ready to burn it all down and forge a new destiny. Okay, well, I guess this is his style now. He's going for this kind of.
That's cool. I actually kind of like that one.
It looks like he's being influenced more by like Jock, and those kind of artists now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, assuming this is Tyler Kirkham, this doesn't look like his signature.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Along with Quinn and Kirkham's The Infected Deathbringer #1, DC Comics also announces that Paul Jenkins and artist Jack Herbert will team up for a one-shot featuring Jim Gordon titled The Infected, the Commissioner #1. Gordon will also be corrupted by the Batman Who Laughs toxin. By the way, Batman Who Laughs is now like DC Comics version of Venom. Something's going on right now at Marvel Comics where they've realized that Venom is one of their most popular characters. And so everything is Venom, you know?
Yeah. It's like the Harley Quinn thing too. I don't know. They get the anti-heroes that for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's Scary Monster. Welcome back, Wenger. Are you okay?
Sorry, my router went down. I had to reboot it. Apologize.
Yeah, yes, that's okay. That's okay. I should probably reboot my router. I've had similar problems. Getting all of a sudden I'll be talking, I'll just see F's in the chat, and I'm like, I just had this fixed. What is going on? Okay, so we're talking Zoe Quinn, Wenger, and her new book at DC Comics.
Very, very ironic name, Deathbringer.
So bad, dude. That is so bad. I mean, the memes.
Imagine killing somebody and getting rewarded with a Batman and Superman book.
Well, to be fair, I have to say, I don't think it happened like that. I don't think it happened in that order. I think it was more like, she killed her other book, the new Vertigo book that she was working on called Goddess Mode. And out of that, DC Comics, just out of pity, out of mercy, and this is kind of what they do. DC Comics doesn't just sort of give you a one and done. They'll kind of give you a second shot. They believe in kind of developing talent a little bit, and so they'll give Zoe Quinn another comic. But it had to be Deathbringer.
So they see something in her that we don't know. They're trying to cultivate it.
Yes. You know what the question is? The question is, who's the editor on this? That I think would be an interesting question, and I'm not really sure.
Maybe it's a representation thing. They're like, if we're gonna do a book called Deathbringer, we need somebody that's really to write this.
Somebody that's brought death. We need somebody who's brought death to this.
Too soon. I don't know.
I guess it is too soon.
Yeah.
Who knows? This is all embittering. Okay, let me just see. Do they have the editor listed here with the? I'm thinking the book will actually kind of, because if this is Andy Corey or someone related to Andy Corey, it's going to make a little bit more sense. And I can't see. I don't know who's the editor of this, but I mean that's something to pay attention to. Like, who is actually facilitating Zoe Quinn moving around at Marvel and DC? Who are these agents that are allowing this to happen? I mean, is it the same guy?
Do you think the wheels were already in motion, or do you think that DC's making a statement by the timing of the announcement?
Oh, the wheels were already in motion. I think. I don't see. Here's the thing: like, is DC aware of what she did? That's the question. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't be sure about that.
I don't know how they couldn't be aware of just like social media in general. You know what I mean? Like what's going on with their creators.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it comes off as a statement, and I don't know that it is, but that's the way that it feels. That's the perception for a lot of people.
Well, here's probably another reason. This book is probably another reason why she killed her Twitter for a little while, and she did. I mean, she took her Twitter down. She put it back up, and she's just like, I'm not going to use it, but I don't want anybody else to take over my Twitter, so I'm just going to take it down and leave it down for a little while, and then or just walk away from it. I'll leave it up, but I'm going to walk away from it. And the reason probably for that is it's like, she said she had to take a part-time job in order to pay the bills. To do this, what was it she was trying to do? Some kind of video game that she kickstarted for $85,000 or something like that. With I
thought that was like a take the money and run kind of situation, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think honestly it was. It probably was, but I mean, her whole thing is I need to get a part-time job, and for whatever reason that is. This is her part-time job, and I think it's kind of important that she not, screw it up. Let's see. Yeah, and that's why. I mean, DC would say, why don't you just stop talking? It's more likely, in other words, that she has walked away from Twitter not because she feels guilt or shame about any of this, but because she's trying to protect her last important gig and maybe like an outlet to the, her future at DC Comics.
Yeah.
Either way, it's really, really tasteless, and I don't I don't approve. I don't approve of Zoe Quinn working at DC with her history and what she's up to. All right, let me read a few super chats here. Get my super chats set up because I'm gonna try to read super chats live as they come in. It's a little, wow, holy cow, a lot of stuff. Cyborg Valkyrie says, "Hail Caesar, wrench me." Thank you, Ehe. Downshift says, "Yo, EBS, listening to your stream while playing Skyrim VR. Welcome to my world." Black Daddy says, "Lots of gay ops mixed with schemes and scams. Hail war campaign." Yeah, it's exhausting. It's never ending. It feels like war. Alita says, "Here's money towards Melons 90-day rent on your couch." Guys, oh my God. Do you understand the guilt and shame that I feel over this right now? I feel so bad about that. Did you hear what I did?
Yeah. He got a copyright strike. It took down his streaming ability, right? That took Elliot months to get out of, didn't it?
So John Malin is in the doghouse with Narwhal now.
Is Narwhal, does he not have streaming anymore either?
Yeah, he's been banned from streaming for a long time. He got a 90-day ban.
Oh, wow.
I was banned too. I was banned from streaming for a little while, and the way I responded to it was just to make a lot of 10-minute videos. I didn't tell anyone. You can't tell people when you have a strike or and the reason why is because once they know you have a strike, they'll find a way to give you 2 more strikes.
Sure.
They'll get you thrown off like your enemies want. So if you have a strike, if you're wounded in any way, do not tell anyone because then they will fully take advantage of that. I'm taking my hat off. That's why I just turned my camera off. It's too warm in here.
It's good to know.
So a 30-day or a 90-day suspension from live streaming. The way around that is just to have John on my show, And John, by the way, he's just like, I don't even know. John might get super chats. John he's not hooked up to his bank account. Like he's never been paid any of his AdSense.
It's just parked in AdSense.
It's just parked in AdSense. And I'm just like, that's probably a lot of money. He's like, maybe. That's good that you feel that way. It's good that you're in a position to kind of go, yeah, maybe, I don't know. But hook your bank account up to that. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty simple process. And they'll kind of direct deposit all of your YouTube money into it all at once. But yeah, I don't know. In any case, yeah, the way around that is just to have John here. He can live stream anywhere else. He just can't live stream on his own channel. And that's the thing. Miss Sweetie says, EVS so jealous of Malin's outro for the Star Trek trivia. He got the channel taken down. Dude, you are not too far off from that because that was hilarious. Yeah. So, guys, absolutely terrible. Okay, so Zoe Quinn is horrible. Let me get back to super chats and read this stuff. Alita says, "Here's money towards Melons 90-day rent on your couch." Bobolski says, "Ethan, your new Charlie XCX is rocking. Have you listened to her new album?" Just a few tracks from it. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet. I just haven't had time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Rory Butcher says, "I'm curious to know if the SJW critics related to the good people that abused and created the Joker, Arthur Fleck, because so many good people, SJWs, love to ignore and mistreat and put others down." Well, Rory, maybe you've seen the movie. I haven't seen it yet. I know that the SJWs hate that. Have you guys seen any of the Joker footage yet?
Not the leaked stuff, just the sanctioned stuff. So,
ironically, I showed John the leaked stuff, but we were not live. So I tried to kill John twice in a way. I mean, that's what that looks like to an outsider looking in. But I will tell you, the leaked stuff that we saw, there's one scene in particular that I think leaked, and it might be the end of the movie. It seems like the end of the movie, but you can't really tell. No spoilers, but it is vicious. And the reason why it's vicious is it's not as though it's a massacre. It's not like it's 9/11. Okay, but it's not something. You know how they say like one death is a murder, but like a million deaths is a statistic. In a way, that's kind of true. Like in superhero movies, like Man of Steel, you just see Metropolis crumbling to the ground, and one assumes that thousands and thousands of people are dying, as Zod and Superman fight. but you don't feel it. You don't actually feel it because you don't see it, and because it's such a big catastrophe
Until you
that it stops
the
mattering.
elevator is on porno nudge
Wenger, you did not. Did you really? And then he disappeared.
And then his chair took over.
Wenger's having trouble. Do not show porn on Wenger's channel, for goodness sakes. There he is. Are you back?
That is the...
Just, Clint, you're experiencing this like I am, right?
Yeah. It looks like somebody murdered Wenger and then a double replaced him just now and is expecting us not to notice.
Yeah.
I am going to have a long talk with my modem. It's acting very ugly, and I don't appreciate...
I think you made a joke that showed up really late, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that's what happened. It was a delayed reaction joke. Okay, so in any case, yeah, like when you see this end scene, it's brutal because it's real. It's just real. I mean, it just feels very real to me. And it's stunning and shocking. And here's the thing, like, I know they're not going to like this. Like, SJWs are going to find this movie to be troublesome because it doesn't, for the first time, this is a superhero movie that doesn't glamorize violence.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's the mental health thing. This has been something that SJWs don't really know how to. They haven't decided on their narrative with it because they want representation and they want the message to be out there, but they are very careful with how they're just never happy whenever there's a movie that depicts any kind of mental illness. And so, and they haven't even seen the movie yet, you know, like nobody really knows how it's depicted, but they've already decided that it's problematic. So yeah, they already hate the show.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like when we see violence and it's pretty, and there was a lot of violence in these superhero movies. I guess that's an okay thing, but when we see it and it's real, it feels real and it's horrifying. I guess that's a reason to just sort of walk away from it or denounce it or say this isn't good. I think it's actually, you know, the violence in this movie is probably the kind of violence that should be in movies. Real, palpable. It's affecting. It makes you realize how important life is, how real life is, how real death is. All of those things. I'm really, honestly, the more that they bring Batman, the more that they strip these Batman characters down and bring them down to earth, the happier I am. Because from the absurdity of, you know, obviously the '66 Batman series to the fantasy of the Keaton Batman, Michael Keaton Batman, Tim Burton Batman movies, et cetera, to Christian Bale becoming Batman as James Bond, still unbelievable, you know, still over the top. Stripping it down to this movie, which is entirely plausible from what I can say. This is ground-based, realistic Batman universe. I would love to see them strip Batman down again, down to this level. What would it really be like? Almost like a Mark Miller version of Batman. You know, what would it really be like? Kick ass to be Batman. I would love it. I would just love to see this. So I'm impressed. For, you know, superhero movies are actually becoming art, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go back to these. Darth Bobcat says postpartum pro secrets. Oh, let's see. Ryan Magus says Cyberfrog is shipping. Enough said. Identity Crisis says sold. Graveyard Shift Volume 1 and 2. Love what you cats are all about. Thank you, Identity Crisis. Zayd Comics is here. He says, Hail, ComicsGate has many facets, and without smaller channels like War Campaign, smaller creators like myself may not have been funded. We all raise each other. Yeah, I think that's the case. You know, everybody has an obligation to kind of, you know, help one another. Sabrav says there's serious mental illness in the mainstream. Wow. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, it's called TDS.
Trump derangement syndrome?
Yeah, it's a very serious mass hysteria. It's the greatest mass hysteria of all time.
Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. It is the cause of all kinds of angst and weirdness in comics. Certainly. I mean, you know, just in the comic book industry.
There's like a third of the population is living in this weird false reality. It's very strange.
Have you seen Scott Adams talk about this
Yeah,
very phenomenon? Are you guys
great
fans of
stuff.
Scott Adams?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
He sure is. I wish I knew him personally. Scott Adams talks about how we're living in two different movies, and maybe one of you guys can explain this better than I can. Actually reframe his ideas. But he says that's what Americans are doing right now. We're living through two different movies. One movie is, hey, look, everything's okay. Our president was elected, and we're moving on, and we're going to try to make America great again. And the other movie is, I don't know. I mean, what would you describe it? It is the world of, the Joker here.
Yeah, it's
It
a
is.
hellscape.
It is. I mean, everything's falling apart.
Yeah.
Freedom has been undone. The Constitution has been peed on. This is a guy who wants to, like the rise of white supremacy.
Yeah, there's Nazis everywhere.
Yes.
And because it's such a dire situation, it's justified for them to just blurt out at any time. Like I was in a meeting at work a couple weeks ago, and somebody just randomly, I was in a committee meeting, someone randomly brought up politics, and it was totally Trump derangement syndrome. But I'm like, this is not appropriate, like place. But for some reason, because they think the world is ending, caution to the wind.
Well,
Same thing that's happening in comics too. But
yeah. If the world was ending, then it would be a perfectly appropriate time and place to talk about the world ending.
Yeah. Beto O'Rourke is asking credit card companies to just take over and decide who can buy stuff.
What is this?
Yeah, he sent out a tweet.
Oh no!
Saying to MasterCard, like, we can shut down these gun companies if you just quit letting people buy.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
I'll
like,
see if I can find the tweet, I'll show you.
That is the definition of fascism, actually.
Yeah.
Using even private held industry, controlling it with the government to suppress people. That's lovely.
Work sounds like a nut job too, man. I saw a few clips of him. I watched a little Fox News the other day, and they showed me some Beto O'Rourke. That's Tim Doyle's politician. Like, Tim supports him, and he was saying crazy stuff. Just these guys seem to just hate their country. I don't understand.
They've embraced it too. Like it's, I don't know, like they're happy. They want to be so far away from Trump that they're becoming are just the most outspoken haters of the United States. I don't know. Like, he's insane. He had the other comment on taking everyone's AR-15s away or something. I saw on Twitter. He's crazy.
Yeah, look, you don't have to like the president, but things aren't really that different from president to president. I've lived through like 5 presidents, and it really doesn't make a difference.
No, it doesn't. Everything's fine. Welcome, John Malin.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello. John, what's it like to be deplatformed at the hands of your friend?
It's fantastic. I'm in YouTube jail because Ethan came on my channel. We were doing Jack Show, and he couldn't resist himself from playing Charlie XCX videos.
Yeah.
Every last one of them. I had a screen and it said, I don't know what it was. It was like, these are the 3 things that you screwed up on. I was like, damn it.
And it was all me. It was like, first of all, you let that idiot Ethan Van Sciver into your live stream, who will do anything for a bit, and was doing a bit about being an old man at a pop concert where he didn't belong with a sexy lead singer. And at first it was okay. Like, I was playing live clips like that, fans took from the audience, and that was okay. And then that rolled into a video, and I was so dumb. I just like let the video play. And while it was playing, we're like 2/3 of the way through the music video, and then suddenly it's like, wait a second, are we still on the air? And that's kind of how it happens. So yeah, Margaret Merkel says, "What a friend, quote unquote friend." So dumb. Oh, and I'm having the worst day today too, guys. The only thing that's made my day a little bit better is the acquisition of Fantastic Four #12. That's the only thing that's made this day okay. It is and it looks pretty good too. I'm gonna show you. Hold on a second.
Big plus. John, do you have hair under there? Just real quick, because people are starting to call this the bald stream.
Yeah, no. Where I lack hair is my eyebrows.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are trying to pressure us into putting our wigs on.
Oh yeah, you guys should put your wigs on. You guys, yeah. Now I feel uncomfortable.
Well, it's only me and Wenger that have wigs, really. There's no
I
proof
don't have a
that
wig.
John Mellon has a wig or Clint has a
Yeah,
wig.
I have no wig.
Yeah.
I got a Jason mask though.
But
Do you really? Oh,
Yeah, back there on my bookshelf.
you do have hair underneath that beanie.
Yeah,
What's
That's
it like?
what-
it looks like Beaker. It looks terrible.
Probably dyed blue.
No, it's regular hair. It's regular hair, and if I pull it off, it's going to be memed, and everyone's going to say, "Look at John's hair."
Is that what it's like? I mean, you really think that if we see
I just buzzed it off because I didn't go to a barber, and I was wearing my baseball cap, and I'm like, I need short sides, and I just went wank wank wank. And I
you did it yourself, you cut your own hair?
Yeah, I just grab buzzers. It doesn't look good, man, but I just throw it under a cap anyways. So yeah, but it looks terrible. I probably should have just shaved the whole thing off, but whatever. I'm used to a little what are high and tight. It's military.
I pictured you as the kind of guy that would just use a knife, though, like a Bowie knife, to cut your hair instead.
Yeah.
John, can we see your hair? Your hair cutting. Oh my God, John!
I got hair, guys.
You know what? It's not that bad. I mean,
it's just hat hair.
Freaking terrible.
No. The hat head is one thing. I'm just saying I wanted to see the results of somebody trying to buzz their own heads, because how do you get around? You know what I mean? Like with the buzzer and do it all properly, make sure that it's all even.
I feel like I can almost see. I feel for the round spot on the back of your head, and you're like, yeah. Okay, go off the ramp. I don't know how it looks, man. I put it under a hat anyways.
Turn around. Let's see. Take off your hat and turn around.
Oh, like the back. No,
you don't want us to see the back.
Hell no.
Wenger, do you shave your head yourself, or do you get a haircut?
I did this myself right here. This buzz.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I get my wife to look and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
buzzing your whole head. Yeah, that's not a problem. I can do that. Yeah,
you can. How would you do it? Do you like lean forward and get up?
Yeah, I just put my head over a sink and I just go rank. Yeah.
Just gotta get someone to trim up the neck hair.
Yeah. I get my wife to trim up the neck hair. Yeah.
Wives don't like that. They don't like the neck hair. No. Andrew's always saying, she's like, you got to at least shave your neck. If you go like 2 months without getting a haircut, which I have done often, and it looks terrible. She's like, at least you got to shave your neck, and that's important. Eric Weather says, just keep your neck hair.
You don't want to be a neck beard.
I don't want to be a neck beard at all. That's one thing. That's a couple things are really weird. Like when you get the hair under here that goes all the way down your neck and just fades into little pubes that pop out randomly on your Adam's apple. I don't think that looks that great. That's always been kind of questionable. It suggests questionable hygiene, or that you've been in the woods for too long, that would be cool if that were the case. Then I would respect that. Here's my Fantastic Four number 12. Look how glorious that is.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah, I like that the Hulk is hiding from the thing. He's going to sneak up on him. Like the thing's like, hey, I wonder what's around this corner. And it's like, I'm around this corner and I'm going to punch you in the face. And this is great Kirby artwork. This is just fantastic Jack Kirby artwork.
What gets into the Hulk that he decides to use stealth? That's not really his style, that's not his brand.
Is patience his brand?
No, definitely not.
Another second and I'll destroy them all. The Hulk has evolved over the years. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, so it looks pretty nice. It's got one big, if you look, it's got one big crease. I don't know if you can see it, like diagonally right down here, but it's not so bad. I can live with it. I think it's a 5.0. So now I need Fantastic Four number 11, but I'm going to wait on that. I'll probably ask for that for Christmas. Easy Christmas. Asking Andrew to get me a comic. I mean, she doesn't know how to buy a comic book, really. Not really. Not one that makes sense price wise and is in good enough condition.
Yeah. It's like a reprint, overpriced reprint or something,
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I think she'd get it right. I just point her in the right direction. I think she could do that, but it's just like, is it too expensive? Is it good enough? Is it in nice enough shape? She got me Ghost Rider #1 that is absolutely beautiful. She bought it at a yard sale site. I was like, damn, girl, that is awesome. That was fantastic.
Nice.
Okay, so John, Zoe Quinn is the devil. She is writing Deathbringer for DC Comics, which is, I don't know if we can top that for 2019. Honestly, I think that's the biggest.
Let's just end it. Let's get this year over with. Come on, 2020.
All right. So also, John Malin has a book that's ending right now. Let's talk about this again real quick. John Malin's Graveyard Shift Volume 2.
Yeah.
Is this a sequel? Does it roll right out of Graveyard Shift 1?
It concludes Graveyard Shift 1. So Volume 1 is kind of the setup for the story. It really just kind of like establishes who the main characters are. And Volume 2 is the conclusion of that story.
Wow. I mean, we're trying to get it up to 150,000. We can definitely do that in the course of 29 hours and get it past that as well. I'm pretty sure. But the link's in the description. Are you going to go to In Demand after this or no?
No, this is it. Tomorrow night is the end of this campaign. So if you haven't backed it, you won't be able to back it afterwards. So I only run the campaigns for Graveyard Shift. But yeah, we need to get to 151,200, I think, to beat Mike. That's all I care about. I only want to beat Mike. So, but if everyone's feeling froggy, we have a stretch goal at 170,000, which is we're throwing in an additional book. It's called U.S. Assassin, written by Mark Polton, drawn by Mike McMahon, and it's 80 pages full color. And every backer will get a copy of that if we hit 170.
We got an image of that down here as well. By the way,
guys,
cover.
You got to help John Malin out. He can't stream right now. He does a lot for you. You can get on there and back Graveyard Shift. You can give it back.
Ethan, I think if you're looking for the U.S. Assassin, I think it's in the updates.
In the update section. Okay. Yeah. This is the goal. If we get to 100 and there it is. Look at that. 170,000. You're going to get this free book. Mark Polton and Mike McMahon. U.S. Assassin. So wait a second. Is this one of your ideas?
No, that's Mark and Mike's. They own that, and it's basically, I think it's kind of homage to like 80s action American Ninja.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like an 80s kind of Jean-Claude Van Damme movie title to me. Great looking character. Do we have interior pages? Is it done? I mean, what's the
no, yeah, it's done. All of Volume 1's done. There's no interior pages, on there. But yeah, it's done. I think we're gonna have to color it, but all the art's done, and Mike is actually drawing Volume 2 right now.
Really? So if in case this doesn't happen, if it doesn't get to 170, what are they going to do it themselves?
They'll probably find a way. Mark was asked that tonight, and he said, "I'm not even thinking about it." He's like, right now we're gonna aim for 170. He's got really bad internet.
Oh, really? Does he live in the woods like me?
No, he lives right in. Well, I mean, he lives in your state. Well, I don't want to say his town, but yeah, no, he lives in a normal town. It's a high population.
Why can't
get his internet to work?
Oh, it sucks. We'd have him on here to talk about this. Graveyard Shift, Volume 2. If it passes, wait. All right. It did pass 137. Hello, everyone. Graveyard Shift Volume 2. I'm gonna read your words, John. I'm gonna interpret them.
Can you add in the uhs?
Well, those are mine. I mean, that's not the way you talk. That's the way I talk.
All the time. It's terrible. Haven't you heard Elliot do his impression of me? It's the guy from damn it. Men in Black. Men in Black, the Roach guy.
Oh, really?
He's like, Mail and Militia.
Graveyard Shift Volume 2 passes $137,000. It ends Saturday. Hello, everyone. Graveyard Shift Volume 2, that's not you, is coming to an end in 3 days. These are your last days to back this project. It will not be available as an in-demand store afterwards. I can't thank you all enough for your support. We announced our $170,000 stretch goal, secret book as US Assassin, an 80-page full-color book by Graveyard Shift co-creator Mark Bolton and artist Mike McMahon. Where do I know Mike McMahon from?
I think there's another Mike McMahon artist out there, like 2000 AD or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not him.
Doesn't
Not
Mike
him.
McMahon go to people's houses with giant checks and balloons?
No, that's Ed
What?
McMahon.
Okay.
That's Ed, so Ed McMahon's not drawing this book. It's Mike. They're not related.
No, not that I'm aware of. I've never asked. It's possible.
Do you
It
know
is
if
possible.
Mike has any giant checks?
I haven't seen him.
That's the $200,000 stretch goal.
Yeah.
All backers, no matter what tier you purchase, will have this as a free edition. Should we make the goal? So if you backed the blood bag tier or higher, you'll be getting over 190 pages of comic goodness. Spread the word. And if you've been on the fence about upgrading, now is the time. Now's the time to upgrade, of course, and get this comic. Let's close this comic out right. We're gonna do this. Backers are coming in big time. We're gonna do this, tonight, and we'll do this tomorrow too. Let's just, push this book and get it out there. Give it a nice close.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad that even though I've lost my ability to live stream, that I only had a day left. So I appreciate Ethan getting me on here for this. That sucked.
The timing.
But
John, you know how sorry I am, right?
I know. No, look, hey, Cecil, I bear some of the responsibility.
Don't take any responsibility. It was Ethan's sick obsession with that woman.
Well, it was, but it was also my fault because Cecil, you told me don't delete it, and I did listen to you. I was like, I'm not going to delete it, but then when I was up today, I was like, oh, cool, no community strike, no nothing. I'm like, they just didn't want the video in there, so I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to cut it out so I can get the Jack Show back up. Because everybody complains when we take down the Jack Show. I'm like, I will show them. Watch how I edit this and represent the Jack Show. And then I went to stream a few hours later, and then they're like, streaming disabled. I was like, no.
Yeah.
So I definitely am partially responsible as well.
I think you could have beat it because, one, we never stopped talking over it, which means it's like fair use. And we were talking about it. And it could have been argued. It could have been, but
well, I still have a little bit of hope that maybe because they didn't give me any strike, that maybe it'll only be like a week or something.
Right.
But what did they say? Did they say anything? I mean,
I don't even know where to check to find out how long I'm suspended. So
I don't understand. I mean, you would have a strike. That's the thing. You would get a copyright strike, and it would show that. I don't understand why you don't have a copyright strike. But didn't Narwhal say something in private, like it took him a while for the strike to show up or something like that? Like maybe you do have a strike.
Maybe that's the case.
Who knows?
Check right now and see if anything changed.
Passion for Drawing says, what sucks is that Melons used to do live streams with up-and-comers on their projects.
Yeah.
Now you can't. Thanks.
And I was lining up people on Monday. I had like 4 or 5 people that I was going to line up on Monday. I was just talking to them today. I'm like, yeah, guys, hit me up Monday because I was like, I want to finish the crowdfund and get that out of the way. But then I was like, yep, I'm going to hit everything full force next week. And like an hour ago, I'm like, everything's on hiatus. Sorry.
Did you just buy the year package on StreamYard too?
Yes, I bought the year package. I upgraded my internet. I got brand new cable so I could live stream specifically. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw in our DM with Anna, she did something. She said that you could have her log in for her channel and use her channel to stream whenever you want, especially to promo.
That would be cool, but I also read that in the YouTube thing it said don't do that.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, and then get her channel straight.
They're like, we may take your channel away from you if you do that.
Raven Z Black says his account is suspended for 3 months. I don't think he can access his money even if he wants to.
Oh,
that's not true.
It might be a good idea to start building on a different platform, like if you went to BitChute while you were banned, and you
Well,
could.
see, that's just it. I'm not a high risk guy. like my channel's actually pretty clean. I mean, we talk about some morbid stuff, but we're actually, we don't have many enemies. So I wasn't really concerned about diversifying my platforms. I like YouTube, and I like everything about it, and I like the StreamYard program that we're all using now, and yeah, I'm pretty happy where I am, and I think after this is over, I think it's going to be just fine. If I get another one, I will probably really be looking into for my own safety, security. Another platform, but right now I think this is just a one-off. So
Slick Rick says EVS has ruined Melon's life.
Not true. Not true.
Yeah, I've got one defender, but his name is Well Hung in Dung.
Well, look, if you were going to be on John Malin to promote your work, me or Clint can help you out. We can pick up the slack while he's down.
There you go.
Yeah, this could be an opportunity too. You could do the 10-minute videos and start growing. I don't know. I mean, not that you're not growing, but the 10-minute videos really help.
Yeah, I am already considering that's what I'm going to start doing, and I have to stay in contact with all my subs, so I have to do something. So it'll probably be that.
EVS is now known as Ethan Van Sabotage.
If you guys want to get back at Ethan, there's no better way than to go and back Graveyard Shift right now, and let's get that up to 151,200 and beat Mike. That'll be money that I can live off of for the next 4 months.
They are backing you. I mean, they really are. It's pretty apparent,
I'm just glad that it was Ethan that did it and not me, because one of the last times I was on your show, I accidentally showed porn.
Yeah.
You're friends with a bunch of idiots, John. What are you gonna do? I think you've got to love us, but you don't have to. I mean,
that one. I think Wenger was doing like a Google search, and he's scrolling down, and then all of a sudden there it was, and I quickly turned the video to private as soon as we were done, and nothing happened with that. That one was fine.
Yeah, this is terrible. The K-Sis is saying Albert Fish is greater than EBS, the little greater. That's not, I think that might be a little extreme. Ethan is the Albert Fish of streaming. A lot of people saying things like that.
Brutal.
It is. It's not nice, but Matches Malone, though, says more Samantha Fox, please.
Ooh,
so he did watch that stream last night, It's it is what it is. Hi, Cecil.
Hello. And John, you always have access to mine. I'll do a stream whenever you want.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Jack Show, and maybe a stream here or there. But Cecil, you said you were going to start streaming pretty regularly anyways, now that you're homeless.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll pop on whenever you're live, man. I mean, now I'm homeless too, in a way.
Yeah.
Can't take it. I'm having the worst day today. I need this, though. I really appreciate you guys being here. This has been an awful day. Let's see. Everyone's gaslighting
poor
everyone.
You, Ethan.
I know. Poor me. Boo-hoo-hoo. Nathaniel Mendez says, I don't know how to gaslight this without money. People love Malin. They're laughing. Last night was great until the shutdown. And TC says, why is Ethan a victim in this? To see how that works, I don't think I'm a victim in this, not at all. I think I'm the victimizer in this, and I apologize muchly. I apologize greatly.
You know what you should do is go on Twitter and just Me Too John Malin.
Whoa.
Me Too the shit out of him.
Why would I do that? Why would I Me Too John Malin on Twitter?
Because that's what Zoe Quinn would do. You're the abuser.
Oh,
so you want to turn it around. And Me Too, they got your victim.
Yeah, it's really my fault for having you on
and that's
to do these videos.
Yeah, that's how you gaslight somebody.
Codename Deathbringer.
Yeah.
Wenger has a lot of good ideas. His ideas for how to the money is in refunds were also pretty good. I like that one.
We're going for those schemes and those scams.
What are the schemes and scams? What's the plan?
You make the schemes so you can make the scams, and then you get the refunds. That's where it's at.
That's where the money is. Yeah. It doesn't go into your pocket, but it is a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of money. You scheme and you scam. You make everybody mad, and then they refund your book.
That's where the money is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lama Giganti said EVS hated that baby before it had cancer. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So true. Yeah, Jackie Meyer says, gosh, John, with friends like Ethan and Wenger.
Yeah. It's a miracle I have a channel.
Oh, for God's sake. Don't John, I swear to God, I'm going to make this up to you. I will never stop trying to make this up to you. I will definitely.
No, I appreciate you having me on tonight, and should we go on tomorrow as well? I appreciate that as well, and we'll call it square, man.
We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, I just need to be able to get out there on my last day and let people know that this is ending, and that's it. And then I'm going to hunker down on my work, and I'm going to probably make a lot of 10-minute videos. And other than that, it's a minor setback.
It might be the best thing because you will grow your channel. Like my channel, since I've just been doing streams, I get a great audience, but it's not really growing.
No, it doesn't grow from.
You'll be forced to do that. If you do a couple of days, man, you'll just start to grow in leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
YouTube actually unsubscribes people from your channel if all you do is live stream, and they do it to me all the time. Like because I've been doing live streams, like I'll wake up and it's like I look at my Social Blade and it goes up and then a straight line down like this, and I'm like, are you telling me that 30 people unsubscribe my channel at the exact same instant? YouTube, is that what you're saying? The exact same moment? And I know they're doing that. I mean, people will say, "Hey, I didn't unsubscribe to you. I don't know why this happened." I mean, normally, when you're getting unsubs, you'll see your line just kind of do this as people, kind of change their mind and unsubscribe from you. But to have one straight line going down, that is what we call effery. That's what the Mormons refer to as effery.
That's a scheme.
Fetchery. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's probably Mike Miller.
I lost 60 subs in one night, like a week or two ago.
Why? What'd you do?
I don't know. But it was the night after the cancer babies.
That's why.
But I thought it was that, but then I think it was just like an algorithm thing where they did a sub dump.
A purge.
Yeah.
They clean it out.
Kay Brady says better Donna Troy than Suicide Squad, I guess. That would have been. Yeah. Don't put her on Suicide Squad. Carson Depth says, hasn't just about everyone gotten into Zoe Quinn? Well, at least 5 guys. Johnny Dollar says, we need to crowdsource Lobot headphones for Wenger. James Dean Anderson's here. He says, hiring the woman who slept with game journos for good reviews and never delivered on an $85,000 Kickstarter is insulting to women who earned their way. Omega Shenron says, I'm done with DC. I won't give them any more money.
Marvel hired her too, by the way. Didn't Marvel hire her as well?
Yeah, both of them did, and they think they're being funny. This has to be a troll. It just has to be. Why would you hire somebody? She's untalented, so that it's not a matter of this is just this incredibly gifted writer. It's not that. She's untalented. She's trouble. So what are you doing this for? What are you doing it for?
Well, they'll get likes on Twitter. That's what they really want is to get those likes.
That is true. It is all about likes. If only likes cost $3.99, I think these guys would be doing pretty well. But they don't. They don't get $3.99 for getting a like on Twitter, do they?
And they'll get really good reviews no matter what she does. The book will be like 100 on Metacritic or whatever.
That's what Twitter needs to do. They need to do super likes.
Super likes
for $1. Like that's how you really know people are really serious about
how much do you really like it? You know what I mean? Like how much do you really like? When people say, I wish I could like this post, this tweet 1,000 times. People say that all the time on Twitter. They think they're being funny.
Yeah, now you can.
Now you can. It costs $1,000.
You know what?
Just $1. $1.
No, but if you like it 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
That would actually work if they made it kind of like a super chat. Like when you respond to a tweet, you can pay to get your tweet like moved up higher. And like all these weirdos that respond to Trump all the time, they would spend like $50 a day just so people would see their response.
You can pay extra to get it through the block too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. And they do that. Yeah, that's the thing. That was the whole scam behind the app that Hawkeye had, right? Is that what you were just referring to?
Oh, I didn't know anything
Oh,
about that.
Blocking. Yeah.
You like if you buy this guy's app, Jeremy Renner had an app that was kind of came under some scrutiny 2 weeks ago, and the whole thing about it was, he interacts with people in the app, but if you buy some stars, and the stars cost $1.99 each, then your stars get next to your name, and it just pushes you forward in the algorithm on the app, and it's more likely then that Jeremy Renner is going to say, "Hey, Clint Stoker, I appreciate your thoughts this morning."
Or it'll be a fake Jeremy Renner that'll offer to. What was the one, like he'll run you over with his car? If
Yeah,
that was a really funny video.
Yeah, Anna's got a thing against Jeremy Renner.
Personal.
Why?
He lives in her same town as where she grew up, and they had to pick up like, I don't know, her cousins or some little kids at
niece
school.
Of Jeremy Renner.
And a niece, and his niece too. And he was like, "I can't make it. You do it." So he picked the kids up. She picked the kids up and brought it to his house. And then he didn't say thank you or anything. He just like opened the door, took the kid in, and she's like, "Fuck this guy."
Wow, what a jerk! What a jerk. Vinny Art says, "I heard he's dickish." Yeah, I don't know.
She said he was just a dick for no reason.
I have a similar story, but it's about Willis from not Facts of Life. What's it?
Different Strokes.
Different Strokes, yeah.
Todd Bridges. Todd
Bridges was a jerk to me, Cecil.
Yeah. Didn't hold the door, if I remember correctly.
He didn't. And then he took 2 cookies.
That's stuck in your craw.
That's entitlement. That was the entitlement. 1 cookie, Willis. Okay, so Jeremy Renner is a freak. People are saying they're done with DC. They won't give him any more money. Omega Shenron says, EVS, please plug Shinobi Sasquatch and tell people how talented Rob Willis is. Thank you. Do you guys want to talk about Rob Willis?
Mega talent.
Yeah, that's a great looking book.
One of the best books in ComicsGate is Shinobi Sasquatch. Rob Willis is super impressive. We were on the auction, I think it was, on this channel, and I said to him, I said, look, if you get a hole in your schedule, man, hit me up.
Yeah, I think everybody would want that. Like, here's the thing. We have a lot of really good artists that are kind of emerging here on the scene. And yeah, I mean, Rob Willis is definitely one of them. A super cool guy. And his artwork is damned impressive. I always say it just reminds me of it looks like the best art from like video arcade consoles from the early 90s.
Oh yeah, I think you said Altered Beast.
Altered Beast. Yeah. I see that stuff. I'm like, Altered Beast was such a great game. God, I missed that game. Rise from your grave. And then
I see him as like a great mix between Dale Keown and Stephen Platt.
And this is just his first book too, right? Like, he's got a future ahead of him for sure.
Room to grow.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Rob Willis is great, and we've had him on here a bunch of times. Shinobi Sasquatch is a great looking book, and we definitely wish him well. If you haven't backed Shinobi Sasquatch yet, get to it. I don't know if it's closing anytime soon. I don't know what, but man, back that book. It's great.
It's a fun concept. I think it was Kyle I was talking to in the back channels, and he was talking about people are always dogging him, saying that it's silly. And I'm like, it's fun. Like, that's what a comic should be. It's fun. It doesn't have to make sense. It needs to be fun.
Well, it's a ninja Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That has lycanthropy.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is silly, but it's silly because it's badass. Who would have thought that a Bigfoot could become a werewolf? That in and of itself is enough. You do Bigfoot werewolf, that's enough. But then you
he's a
add kung fu.
samurai.
Yeah, then you make him a samurai. That makes it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and the great thing is, I take a little, special pride in Cal and Vaughn from Monster MD. Those guys were both talent search winners for the Graveyard Shift contest, whatever, almost a year ago. And that actually put those guys in contact with each other. Now they're like best friends. And they had a stretch goal for both of their campaigns that if they hit like 40, 50,000, that they would do a crossover. And now that's happening. So
thank goodness for that. That crossover book, Monster MD and Shinobi Sasquatch, is going to be great. And honestly, why haven't you guys discussed doing a Graveyard Shift Shinobi Sasquatch crossover?
Yeah, that could be something for down the road.
That's
sure.
a layup right there.
Yeah. And but also, guys, if you're going to back Graveyard Shift, they wrote in the supplemental book. So get the Blood Bag tier.
They did what?
The supplemental book. Yeah, they wrote Cal and Vaughn. They both wrote 20 pages apiece, and they're both in that supplemental book.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, and the art is by Render Contender for Cal's story and Todd Maroney for Vaughn's story. And what Cal's story is, it's a epilogue to volume 2. The Vaughn story is a 20-page introduction of a new character called a villain called Killer 99, and then we have Mark and Mike McMahon doing 20 pages, and that's a prologue for volume 3.
We just jumped up to $144,239. We are
excellent.
rapidly approaching that 150.
Thank you guys very much.
John has an eye for talent. He finds them wherever they are.
Yeah, John's, before I destroyed John's YouTube channel, he was doing great work.
I was a rising star like 2 hours ago, man.
He had dreams.
I put my thumb on him and destroyed his YouTube channel, but he was doing good work and really introducing great talent to people who were watching the show. So that is great. I mean, this is the thing. Like I do feel like John contributes so much to ComicsGate just by virtue of the fact that he's always, not only are his books great, he's always promoting other people. He's always giving other people his platform and always giving people the spotlight, and that's wonderful.
Your art critic stream is the best. Rest its soul. I loved that stream.
Sketch Therapy says, "LOL, Caesar's flustered." Yeah, a little bit. I'm having a day. You guys might notice I'm off my game a little bit today.
They're calling you Dream Crusher. Kick Ethan.
Death Taxes and SJW says Ethan pushed Natalie Wood. I did not. I wasn't even on the boat. And I would have been 6 years old. That's really a spurious accusation.
I would never have thought that you would be running schemes and scams against anybody on this panel, but there you go.
Oh, I really do. I can't even tell you. I'm trying to be like, John, I would have rather have done that to anyone than you. I would have rather have crushed
me. I would have rather you done that to anyone.
I know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That's the worst part about it.
I'm gonna take it in stride. Let it just roll off. That's it.
Okay, all right.
It's done. I feel partially responsible for letting you on.
I understand.
No, for me deleting that part when I was advised clearly by Cecil not to.
Right. Yeah. That is the thing. I don't know if that would have made a difference, honestly. With copyright strikes, I mean, it's not like it's a community strike. It's a copyright strike. So that's
but that's weird because right now I still it shows I have 0 strikes.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, tomorrow maybe it'll show up or something. I don't know. I mean, I've had strikes before, and I don't remember anything except that they are horrifying. I mean, they're really terrible. They kind of prevent you from doing live streams, we'll end up flexing your muscles with you making videos. I will say this. One thing I've noticed just recently is people keep telling me, "Hey, promote Kyle Ritter. Promote Kyle Ritter. Get Kyle Ritter on your live streams and talk about him." And I mean, I can do that. I can put them on live streams, and there are 1,028 people in here right now. That's good. And I can talk about Kyle Ritter, and a certain percentage of those 1,028 people, 24 people, 4 just left when they saw Wenger turn his camera off. Those people might back Starblades. But I'll tell you this, I ran his 45-second cartoon just as its own video. That's all I did was I ran his cartoon. I said, this cartoon's off the chain or something like that. And I just ran it alone. And it brought him in, last I looked, which was 4 days ago, it brought him like $8,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was just like, boom, it just blew up his chat because people said, wow, I can sit here and watch a 45-second video. And at the end of that, a lot of people backed his campaign. So your message might be better received in a 10-minute video every single day. This is what Zach's kind of trying to do. Like Zach's doing, he talks about his comic book work, his crowdfunding work at the front of all of his videos. I'm not sure I completely agree with that technique, because people click on your video wanting to hear what the subject matter is. They don't want to be pitched to before we get to the subject matter of the video. That tends to make people click away. But if you just did a video saying Graveyard Shift is closing tomorrow, let me talk about it for 10 minutes. That is you're gonna see success from that. And John, I'll do one.
Okay.
By the end of this, John, you're gonna say Ethan made up for it. Ethan did make up for it. He heard me, but he made up for it.
Great idea.
I'm somebody said I'm like a puppy with super sharp claws, and I you know how that is. I don't mean to hurt, but I have hurt, and I try to make up for it. Right, Cecil, or wrong?
Yeah, you're like a monkey with a chainsaw.
Monkey with a chainsaw is a better way to put it. Yeah, 100%. All right, so listen, we talk about the decline of DC Comics. We talk about the downfall of the comic book industry, and where's it going to go? Where are things going to go when there are no longer enough comic book stores? And this is a question that most people have the answer to. Where is the comic book industry going to go when there are no longer enough comic shops that are open, specialty shops, to actually support the industry as it was known before? And we're seeing the answer to that now. As a lot of different things converge on the comic book industry to utterly snuff it out. Marvel has decided that they're going to be defiant. What does Marvel care after all? Marvel Comics, you look at them from their point of view. They're owned by Disney. How much shit, excuse my language, does Disney put out that they're never going to sell? And do they care? You think about, what is the comic book industry? What is Marvel Comics to Disney in terms of just losing money and their finances? Not much. It's the same as just a T-shirt, probably. It's a rounding error. It's like they put a T-shirt out there. It doesn't do that great. Nobody buys it. Those are the losses that they're going to incur from continuing to publish Marvel Comics. So Marvel knows this, and defiantly, they will continue to just publish, triple ship, double ship. Who cares? Let's double our output, because DC Comics has decreased their output by 20%. Let's push them further down, the pie chart, as it were, by just doubling our output. And that's kind of what they're doing. But DC Comics has decided, and DC Comics is in a much more precarious spot, as we've been talking about with AT&T. Have you guys seen the Bounding Into Comics picked up on it? Have you guys talked about the AT&T situation where they're, going to have to respond October 29th to the requests of this hedge fund
Yeah, they're now owned by a company that expects results and profit. So,
well, they've already signaled, like at San Diego Comic-Con, right? They put DC Comics in the back somewhere or something. I can't remember the article. I made a video about it a while ago, but yeah, they've been making these little moves and shifts, and it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. They're not. It's not like they're proud. They're not showing off the comic books. The comic book company is not front and center. They are not. They no longer have the resources to be, have a big presence at San Diego Comic-Con. Instead, they're just sharing a booth with Warner Media. It ain't great. It's not good. So all of this is kind of signaling to DC Comics shrinking even further to the point where pretty soon they're not going to have much of a presence anywhere except for of course, Walmart. And this is the future of DC Comics, I think. This might be the future of comics at all, you know.
Yeah.
First look at this weekend's Walmart DC Giant Comics magazine. I wonder if Rich Johnson is doing this to take the piss, as they say in England.
I really like the idea of this, but I've never seen one of these books anywhere, and I've gone to Walmart a lot.
Yeah, I found them in my local Walmart. There's always kind of an aisle that has trading cards, like the baseball cards, and they will have Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and that's the kind of stuff that they have. And then this is what you see, like buried under there on one of the racks. You'll see one of these blue boxes, New Comics Monthly, $12 value for only $4.99. And you know, so monthly you can get a 100-page Batman Giant that has reprints, might have a new cover. In this case, this is one of the best Dave Finch Batman covers that he did. Great. You know, you disagree, John, or what do you think?
No, I like it. Yeah, Dave Finch. Yeah, good stuff.
How do you feel about Finch?
I like his work.
Don't talk about Finch enough.
Yeah. Bad haircut.
Well, yes, but
that's the offer. John can fix it.
he has alopecia though.
Oh,
John.
Oh, I thought he just liked it clean, man.
Yeah.
John.
All right, so he does. Well, I think he does like it clean, but it's not a choice of his. So
he's like NoHo Hank from Barry, one of the best shows on HBO.
Yeah. And Dino Palacio says, Ethan, don't bully Melon. How did I bully Melon? I just wanted to know what he thought about Dave Finch, because I don't know. This is our kind of artwork, isn't it? It's our kind of style.
By the way, John, speaking of that guy from Barry, you know that just happened to him just a couple of years ago.
The alopecia?
Yeah, when he had hair and eyebrows and a beard, he was an actor that you've seen before. Huh. And all of a sudden that just happened to him. And believe it or not, his acting kind of took off afterwards. But
I thought that was like you were born with it thing.
No, he just got it like maybe, I don't know, four years ago or so. But he was like a model looking guy, like for real. You got to look him up. He looked like, handsome actor. And all of a sudden, every hair on his body fell out. It's no eyebrows, no beard, no hair. It was weird. Yeah, no, it was a condition that came on him.
What do you think? By the way, speaking of, we're not going to talk about alopecia anymore. But people right now, by the way, in the chat, somebody said this is why Melon was banned. But somebody else said, enough, Ethan. Stop destroying Melon. You won. He's destroyed.
Yeah. They've been saying that you did all these horrible things, and then they just said the worst one that I've seen, and that's that you founded Canada.
I did not found Canada.
That's what the chat says. Oh. They also said that your boy Zach never got anybody banned, so think about that.
Yeah, but he tried to,
So you were more successful.
I'm more successful than Zach. I didn't get the person banned that I wanted to. I wanted to get, say, I don't want to list who I want to get banned, but a bad guy, one of the bad guys. And I did manage to get one of my friends, in ComicsGate banned. So that's not quite what I was going for, but it is in a way, it's a kind of success, Yeah. By the way, here's what I wanted to point out. $12 value for only $4.99. Can you read the price tag here for me, Clint?
$4.98.
Save a penny.
Wow. That's Walmart for you. They
got always marking down prices.
There should be a smiley face above this, like one of those, markdowns.
Yeah.
Smiley faces above this.
People would walk over like, oh, Watchmen comics, but no.
That smiley face that flies around and marks down the prices? That's actually the ghost of Sam Walton. And if you go to Walmart at 3 a.m., you'll see it.
Is that true?
I've seen it.
I've heard the same thing.
So that little smiley face that flies around, that's actually like an ectoplasmic. What do you call those orbs?
Yeah, it's an orb.
I think you have to walk into the bathroom and say roll back prices 3 times with the lights off, I think.
Sam Walton appears.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, so they're putting out Superman Giant number 15, Batman Giant number 1, Villains Giant, Scooby-Doo Giant. I guess Scooby-Doo's popular. I didn't know that. Why would they do a Scooby-Doo solo?
50 years old today, Scooby-Doo.
Is that right?
That's true.
I read some of that Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, and it wasn't too bad.
The Apocalypse wasn't too bad?
Well, is that what it was called? I don't remember
it was called
the title.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, they made this Scooby-Doo comic that was like a gritty zombie thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what they did, but they made all the characters realistic, and I think one of them was trans, and they did change around all of their didn't they change around all of their ethnicities? And
it is modern comics, so there was SJW stuff, but I'm saying I was entertained by it.
I read one issue of it, and at the end there was Scrappy Doo showed up, and he was like a cyborg. And I definitely got a laugh at it. Kind of funny.
Okay, so we got a Flash Giant, a Wonder Woman Giant, Swamp Thing Giant. See, it doesn't work like Swamp Thing Giant. No, giant-sized man thing. That's why Marvel will always win. That's why Marvel will always win. Ghosts Giant number 1. There's a Ghosts book. There's a Ghosts book. All right, so here's everybody. We'll run the contents below. Outside of the Superman Giant, the Walmart version lists mass market edition in their copyright. So this is interesting here.
Did you see who, by the way, speaking of that, did you see who they got for the writer for the next giant-sized man thing?
Who?
Mags.
Oh.
That hot in-demand writer Mags that everybody likes.
Cecil, please. I'm next. My channel's next. That was the knife from Cecil right into my channel right there. That's a community strike.
That's the clip that SJW Spider-Man just took.
Yeah.
All right, it's a rumor. I don't know if it's
okay. It might not be true. Here's a Scooby-Doo Giant. Let's see here. Looks good. What is it? Let's see. Superman Giant matches the look of the rest. Format-wise, they're exactly the same thing as the previous Giants, but be on the lookout for the new It Chapter 2 slime that is sitting on the shelf above the books. And remember what happened last time they tried that in Walmart. What happened? Walmart report, a new slime threat comes to DC Giant Comics. This is the thing, by the way. They do not care. If you go to Walmart, Wenger can't even find them, but they don't care. They just jam these comics in wherever they go. Look, more importantly, all 4 locations have moved the slime merchandise. Kids love slime. From above the comics to either side. No keychains either. All right, so that's good news. Let me see. There's slime. So they're putting, as you can see, all right, so here's the comics. This is it. This is the future of the comic book industry.
That does go together though, because you get your comic and your slime, and then you like smash the slime on the comic, and Batman's on the slime.
You need silly putty, yeah.
You could get a super squishy blob ball, yeah. So this is, in case you're wondering where these are, this is it. This is where these comics are located. What are these Batman black and whites here? What are these?
That's going to be rather embarrassing when the comic shops close and that section is filled with a bunch of like 8-year-olds, and then all the 40-year-old dudes are trying to squeeze in there.
They have another report about this. Andrew Rubio, roving Walmart buyer and slime specialist, tips off Bleeding Cool to the latest news on the stands. Hit a couple of Walmarts looking for Detective Comics 100-page Giant number 1. No luck. I did notice that the last batch of DC Giants are mostly sold out. The reduced numbers are making these harder to find. I also noticed that a couple of the Walmarts had a new slime on the shelf directly above the books. I think they may be doing that on purpose at this point. At least these are better packaged. So they got shrink wraps on the books. God, this is just, I don't know, guys. Is this good or bad? What do you think?
The shrink wraps are bad because you can't even flip through the book.
Yeah, but is it are these 3 packs? Yeah, it is. It's 3 comics. 3 comics.
I mean, I like any way that people can get books. That's actually how I got into comics, is I grabbed a little reprint, a small one from the dollar store. It was just like kind of random. And that did it for me. OG Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, it was in the grocery store. Like, I would go to the grocery store with my mom, and there would be a spinner rack, and they would be cheap. Like, I could afford it with the money I had in my pocket, my change, and you would get a comic, and it would be a big deal. It would be a lot of fun. And it was an impulse buy, You saw your favorite character looking awesome on the cover, and you were like, Mom, please,
Yeah.
You
I like
didn't
those
go-
3-packs.
Yeah, you didn't go to a special place to buy your comic. It was just there.
Yeah, everywhere that you went, there were comics. Here is
So Ethan, you got the Mary. What did Wenger get?
he got the F.
Oh, so
He-
Cecil got the kill.
Yeah.
People were really into those wigs.
I got to work on myself.
Well, yeah, I think it was more than the wig, though, Wenger. I think it was your personality too.
I took it in stride, kind of like John's
Charming.
taking his strike. I'm like, you know what? This is a time for me to get back, be a little introspective, and what can I do to improve myself? And I'll get him next time.
I hope so.
Just get an Oscar. The infamous wig, they weren't liking that, but you could get something really nice. You could go.
Honestly, I don't want to hear it from you with your perfect bone structure. Please.
When I was a kid and I was thinking about breaking into comics, I was afraid that just based on the way everyone else looked when they got old, I was going to become Santa Claus too. That's kind of the way everybody goes. If you're a comic book artist, this is what this lifestyle does to you. You do just become Santa Claus as you get older. And John, you can't tell me that you and me aren't headed in that direction.
Yeah, I plan to change direction though. I'm gonna start taking care of myself.
You are?
And yeah. So I'll be a skinny Santa Claus. You're my canary in the coal mine. Like I see Ethan, I'm like, that's me in a few years.
That's what's gonna happen to me if I don't just knock it the hell off.
Ethan, you've become a warning sign.
I am a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
All right. Well, John Byrne's coming to New York City Comic Con with IDW. This is a haunted man.
The things
I didn't even recognize that.
I didn't even recognize him at all. I
thought that was the slime specialist.
It is.
Local hobo.
Why?
Comics aren't paying the bills anymore, so now he's a slime specialist.
This is a selfie. This is what I want to point out to John.
This
is how I know John's funny. This is a selfie. Okay, like you get to choose how you look. Mm-hmm. This is the image that he wanted to put out to the world of himself.
Maybe he put one of those old man filters over it.
This is like pleading for help and sympathy.
Man needs a wig.
Yeah. He's got better hair than me,
Yeah, maybe it is a cry for help. Like he found out Zoe Quinn was going to be working there with him. And he was like, guys, I'm really scared. This person
help me.
This person is a sociopath, trouble follows wherever she goes.
It's just funny. It's like, oh my God. All right. I would like to meet John Byrne. I never have. I think I've seen him a couple times, like early on in my career, but I never really met him because he stopped touring. He stopped doing conventions. So, John Byrne actually going and doing an appearance anywhere is big news.
The weird thing is I'm pretty sure I've met this guy a couple times. I've definitely handed him $1 each time though.
Oh, me too. I did too, in a way. His comics were 60 cents. And boy, this man, what a great man John Byrne is. What a fantastic artist and creator. The only one who ever did a I will say on par. Fantastic Four is my favorite. On par, Fantastic Four comic is Stan and Jack. And for that, I will forever be grateful to him. Also, all of his X-Men comics are on my rack over there. And I look at this man and he looks a little bit, my mom has this look in her eyes sometimes. I see my mom as she gets older and I'm just like, this is going to happen to me too. I see this man and I just want to say to him, Thanks for whatever the hell you went through. I appreciate it. And the thing about John Byrne also is that he defiantly. No, hold on a second. No, F you, John Byrne. I was singing the praises of no, the other day I was singing the praises of Todd McFarlane. I forgot about this. I'm Team Todd. I'm Team Mac. They wanted him to come to Image Comics, and he was one of the ones who was bashing Image. This guy reacted. This guy was like Frank Sinatra to Todd McFarlane's Elvis Presley. Super threatened. You know what I mean? F you, John Byrne. Switch on a dime.
Well, I loved his X-Men, and also, what's his name? Dave Cockrum's also.
I did too. I love it, but I wish he had actually joined the Image guys and made that money. I think he would have been happy that he did. You know,
it's scary to be the old pro when this new dog comes around and is the new alpha. You know, it's intimidating, and that's why he's probably had that look on his face ever since.
Yeah, I think like his hair was just it turned white from Todd McFarlane.
Wait, didn't he do Next Men for Image or?
No, that was Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Okay.
Well, I think it was Dark Horse that he did Next Men for, and I didn't read it because I was just like, I don't know, I don't really want this from you. I don't really want this from you, John. I like John Byrne. Here's the thing about him: like John Byrne was great when he took other people's stuff. John Byrne did the definitive version of everything he touched. You know, it's just like when John Byrne got on X-Men, it was the definitive version of the X-Men. And I don't even think Jim Lee topped him. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I know. John, am I wrong?
No, good stuff. Good stuff, both people. Yeah.
If you had to choose one, Desert Island.
Well, it'd be Jim. I mean, I'm just much more about Jim.
Okay. For me, it would be John Byrne.
I got to go with Byrne, but also I like the stories back then better too. So I don't know if I'm influenced by that.
I don't think Jim Lee would try to kill me. I'm not sure about John Byrne.
You think this man looks like a murderer to you?
On an island, I hear he's got anger issues.
You know how like you can look at a picture? Yeah. You know how you can look at a picture and people go, okay, so I'm going to tell you 3 different things about this picture, and then I want you to look at the picture and just relate to it. So
that's Boxcar Johnny. I know him.
No. Okay. This is a man who broke his leg, he got out of his car and he rescued 3 ducklings from the middle of the road and got hit by a motorcycle. This is the face of a man who that's why he's sad, because he broke his leg saving those ducklings. And you look at him, you go, I love this man. You know, what a great guy. What a terrific guy. This is a man caught cheating with his wife on 2 transsexuals pulled out of a motel room. Also, facial expression still works, right? And it makes you think something different about him. This man here was finally pulled out of a spider hole where he was cannibalizing Boy Scouts. He's finally been taken into custody, and God willing, justice will be done. Still works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of those works.
Son of a bitch.
But for legal reasons, you're not saying that he did those.
No, I'm not. Obviously, this is just an exercise in context and perception. You know, you can impose anything on anyone, you know, and actually manipulate people, gaslight them, and make them believe something that, you know.
This isn't a scheme or a scam. It's just it's a thought.
Educational.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy is suspect in a triple murder.
Absolutely, yeah, and yeah, I could see it. See it. Scared. We finally caught him. The final Nazi war criminal. He was hiding out in Argentina. You know, he's not quite old enough for that, but the same facial expression.
A news story about a missing adult.
He's on a milk carton.
Found wandering the woods after a week.
Have you seen my grandfather? Oh God. Oh, I just lost 17 subs over that whole bit. I'm so sorry. Bits are important right now. Bits are important. So John Byrne, In any case, none of that stuff is true. John Byrne is a legendary creator, a man with a big ego. I'm upset that he didn't join Image. I'm upset that he didn't recognize the superstar that Todd McFarlane was, and just kind of salute him, which is what the older generation should do to the younger generation. That's what I'm doing to John.
Yeah, Doug Tenaple.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Where's your salute for Ethan? Oh, he gave it to you as the one finger salute.
He did. That was mean. But yeah, 100%. That's the thing. So I love John Byrne. I might go to New York City Comic Con just to meet him and maybe get some X-Men signed.
I'm sure after he watches this, he'd love to meet you.
Can I get a picture with you?
Didn't you say that I was caught with 2 transvestites in a hotel room? I mean,
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that, sir. I just said it was an exercise. It was just an exercise in media. All right. So, by the way, they do that on these clickbait sites. They have the same picture of like some absurd photo of somebody they just arrested, and it's like something really weird, and it's the same photo over and over again, and then they just say this pedophile, blah 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 blah, and it's wait, I just saw that guy in another article before where this same exact picture was used to illustrate some hooker that or something like that. I don't know why, but they do that all the time on clickbait. Don't believe what you read.
This man was found in the human waste of a public outhouse, waiting for women to defecate on his face.
Any news media, they like to find the worst picture of somebody imaginable and just always use it.
I'm gonna die.
I know that guy. Yeah, right. He was arrested for sniffing bicycle seats.
No. He wasn't. This is John Byrne. He's one of the most famous comic book artists, one of the most beloved.
Great Fantastic Four artists.
One of the best.
She-Hulk was amazing.
Alpha Flight, She-Hulk. What else? Wonder Woman was towards the end of his 30 or so year prime career. I love his Marvel team up.
He's trying to tell us in this photo because he did pick it out himself.
No, he didn't pick it out. He took it himself. I think he's saying there's a plea for help, a cry for help in this photo. And I don't know what he wants help with. I'm willing to listen.
Almost looks frightened and sad.
Yeah.
He needs a hug.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to introduce you to Vic Mignogna, Mr. Byrne. He would like to give you a hug.
He looks like a guy who just lost his streaming ability.
It's true.
No.
This guy let Ethan Van Sciver on his live stream last night. And we watched Charlie XCX videos until he got booted twice.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm never going to stop being sorry for that. All right, hold on. Let me read some more super chats and get caught up here. Let's see. Back Downcast says DJ Kong. Yes, Back Downcast. Hold on a second.
Absolutely.
Let's get that link in the description as well. And let's find out how it's doing because I haven't looked at it in a while.
Past 30K.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I actually got all the prints today. They are in.
Nice.
Who's that? Who drew that?
This is a good friend of mine. His name's Chaz Wagamont, and he doesn't work in comics. I keep trying to talk him into it, but he's a professional artist, and he does work for contract work for Disney and a whole bunch of other. He does a lot of animation and stuff, but his digital painting is off the hook, like some of the best stuff I've ever seen. So,
yeah, very nice.
All right, so I just put the link to Downcast in the description. This is, and we're gonna get Wenger in there too in a little bit. Let me see here. Dun, 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 dun. Share screen.
Carl just passed me, and I really don't want him beating me, so I need to get some more backers.
Oh.
Wow, Carl. Yeah, see, I like that. I honestly believe that vengeance is a good motivation, or just that's competition. It's kind of
friendly competition. Me and Carl are buddies, so you have a friendly competition. That's what the good book says. Steel sharpens steel. That's how you become stronger. is when you clash.
The good
I
books.
feel like I'm steel and Mike Miller is more like wood.
I think it's actually iron sharpens iron, but is the exact words.
And what book was that? Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. It's actually in the Two Towers. That's the good book.
This is fantastic. This is Downcast by Clint Stoker, who look, Clint built up his YouTube channel, which is fantastic. Sweetcast. It is really thoughtful, really good, insightful takes on what's going on in comics and pop culture. Clint is ComicsGate without question.
Yeah.
And always has. I really sometimes when bad things are going on in ComicsGate, and I feel like I have the weight of the world not only on my jowls but on my back and shoulders. I will tune into Sweetcast and just what is Clint saying about this? And by the way, he usually does have a take, and he usually is saying something about it. And I just kind of like go, yeah, okay, let's readjust, realign your sights, and think about this a different way.
Very
little-
calming and insightful voice.
Oh,
I'll
thank
give
you.
I'll give you this promise right now. I see Ethan, you and John sometimes get down on these schemes and scams. You can always count on me and Clint to keep it positive and cheer you on and get you going again.
What about Cecil?
Yeah, Cecil doesn't get down. Cecil
No, I mean, is Cecil going to help? Cecil
Yeah.
help pick us up?
Cecil keeps it positive. We keep it positive.
Yeah. That guy says, I miss drawing streams with Ethan. That guy, I find them boring. I can't, I know other people don't. I really do. I find drawing streams to be really dull. And here's the thing about that also. I do them and I have to do them silently. Like I'll be like, look, I'm turning the mic off and you guys can talk amongst yourselves and you can watch me draw if you want, but I can't talk and draw at the same time.
Yeah, I'm the same way. That's why I don't like to do drawing streams because I can talk or I can draw. You can't do both.
John can though. I mean, that's the thing about John. He's able to kind of talk and draw at the same time. He's got this, and he's got the he uses the what is it syntax? What is it called?
I use a Wacom mobile.
Wacom.
Yeah, Mobile Studio Pro. Yeah.
Yeah, that really makes for good live streaming and drawing. I don't have one of those, so I just kind of aim my camera at my desk. It just doesn't really work for this channel too much. One thing that I do want to do more of, and we'll do it starting with Rainbow the Brute, is to do like videos, shortcut videos, 10-minute videos where I film all day. You just film you doing a page all day long and you just do it on time lapse. And then look, is this fun? You can watch me draw this whole thing in 10 minutes.
I would watch that.
Yeah, I've done a few like that. It's a little bit more interesting.
Knox9 in the chat wrote, I miss Melons streams.
It sucks, dude. Look how long we've been without them already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to be a while, guys. It's day one.
It feels like forever.
I mean, right now, John's okay. He's got a good attitude. But, when Christmas rolls around and he's still not live streaming.
Oh, my gosh. Really?
Terrible T in the chat says, sorry, Cecil, but I'm skeptical of you that you'll produce a book. You've had so many opportunities and that nothing. Maybe Mitch needs to mentor you. I actually have a meeting tomorrow with my artist.
Oh, really?
I will announce once he does a couple pages and some promo art, we'll post it and announce it at the same time who it is.
Is it somebody that we know, like in our circle here?
Well, just for this chat, I'll say it, but please don't spread it. It's John Byrne.
Congrats. That explains his face in this picture.
I hope that he was.
You want me to draw what?
It's like I'm drawing for Cecil. That's
my next book is Dick Rider.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, so
keep that under your hat, please.
The link is in the link's in the description. If you want to support Clint's book Downcast, Clint, you want to run through what it is? Like, what's it about?
Yeah, this is a story about blue collar teens that live in a floating city, and they by chance get the power to control gravity. That's what keeps everything up, and they decide to abuse that power to sort of blackmail the city to try and free their father from prison.
It sounds like a great story. This is going to be one of the ones that gets optioned for either a TV show or a movie, I'm sure. So here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. Support this. Support Clint's comic. Get a copy of the first print of the first issue of the comic, and let's help Clint to actually make this into an even bigger success than it already is.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you haven't got there's the print tier, and these are limited, and there's not that many left. And so yeah, they're hot, they're going fast. So I printed 350, and that's all I'm going to be printing.
Yeah. Blockheads, by the way, says so sad. Melons spent days on those overlays and effects for his live streams.
It's true. Yeah, days.
I'm having
doing these nice tight edits on that Melon After Midnight intro and outro. They were beautiful.
Can you still get into Streamlabs just to look at it at least by yourself? You know.
Oh yeah, StreamYard. Yeah, I can get in. Yeah, I can get in
when
there.
When you're feeling a little sad, you can go in there and stream for one.
Watch it for yourself. Yeah. Oh man,
Hey,
Credobies 89.
Could I have those Star Trek ones?
The trivia. You want the trivia overlay?
I mean, since you're not using them.
Son of a.
Yeah, sorry.
Remember how fun those were, Ethan? When I was using that Star Trek.
What if that's
trivia?
like the strike and we don't know?
No.
Yeah, maybe I'll be back on in a week, man. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'm holding out hope. They still haven't shown any kind of strike on my YouTube.
You know what? The only way that it worked for me to get a hold of YouTube's like somebody was moaning about it on Twitter. I waited forever for them to monetize me. Like I had passed all the requirements, and then I finally just took to Twitter and was like, tagging them and complaining, and then they actually like contacted me and got it fixed like the next day. So who knows? Couldn't hurt.
There's got to be a way to get that taken off. I mean, let me look into it. I've got some friends.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I got some friends.
He's got connections.
I got bitches. No, these are not bitches. I meant these are powerful friends, and I'm going to. I'll look into this on their behalf.
Right.
They undid one of these for me not too long ago.
That'd be cool.
Okay, Downcast, back this book, and then also while you're at it, have you backed Graveyard Shift, which is about to end? It's about to end. We're at $144,568. 28 hours left. Find it in your heart at this point. Punish me by backing Graveyard Shift Volume 2. I'll take it as an insult if you want
Help me get through the next 90 days, guys.
That's all he needs.
90 days.
Look at that. Almost 2,000 backers. Like, that's essentially 2K pre-orders for this book. Like, there's no way that you could say in any metric that this is not a huge success.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. By the way, what year were you born, John?
No comment.
Oh, you don't want to say?
Yeah.
He's trying to dog.
Are you younger than me? You're younger than me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, here's why. This is the year of my birth. Right now, 1974. That's when I was born, September 3rd, 1974. So right now I'm dominating. This is the symbol of my abuse of John Melon. John Melon is much younger than me. This number needs to be at least decades younger than me. This number needs to reflect his birth year, not mine. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, this is an insult. The fact that it's 1974 is an insult to John.
Yeah.
And a compliment to
2002.
2002 is when you were born? You missed 9/11?
No, wait. Damn it.
All you've ever known, is this world. You didn't know the world before 9/11.
This world in chaos, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of touching. It's like being born after the zombie apocalypse. That's all you've ever known.
Yeah.
So 1974, we need to get this to 2002. That's what we need to get it to. You can erase this. You can erase me from Graveyard Shift Volume 2 just by backing it right now and make. It's still there. It's still there. Oh God.
Well, if there's any good to come from this horrible situation, it's got to be the comic book hut video that he's going to make about this.
Oh man, I would really appreciate that.
Appreciate a comic book hut video. Did he make one yet? Have you got?
You know what Little Caesar did? You know what Little Caesar did to
He's
Mousy
destroying
Malin?
everyone's lives.
He got Mousy Malin struck.
Oh God.
Thank you, Hut.
Because he's a grown man. He's going to see Charlie. I don't know her name. She thinks she's Madonna.
XCX.
She thinks she's Madonna or something, or Cher, but it's not some other girl. He's too old, and now Malin pays the price for Little Caesar's reign of terror.
I'm gonna die. Oh God. All right, so fantastic. Thank you so much for this. Let me read some more super chats, and then we're gonna move on to the next article, which should not be about the sadness of growing old and being John Byrne. I hope, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, by the way, Mr. X Alliance says, "Can I have your permission to do a Soy Boy cartoon?" Have you seen the Soy Boy cartoons all over Twitter?
I saw those.
Yeah, it's a
I don't
great.
think I've seen it.
Well, he's animated. Let me see if I can find it. He's animated my Soy Boy drawing. He's given him a body. He's given him a voice. You know, he's done a lot for the Soy Boy.
It's kind of like those the stuff that Adult Swim used to do back in the day.
Yeah, I want to introduce you to. Yeah, that's exactly like what it is. You know, it's or Liquid Television before that. I think used to do a kind of similar thing.
Well, I was born in 2002. I don't know anything about Liquid Television.
You don't remember that? Do you remember Night Flight or anything like that? I mean, no.
No, actually, I don't remember Night Flight.
Okay, I'm even older than you. Night Flight was just that was a wicked show. That was a lot of animation and stuff as well. Mr. X, right here. You guys follow him on Twitter and check it out because he is going to be posting more and more. He has animated the Soy Boy here. And I'm not going to play the audio. I'm just going to show it to you. I need feminism because I'm tired of feeling unmanly for enjoying my girlfriend's strap-on. And he's got a pussy hat with a snowflake in it.
He's getting pegged.
Yeah, here he is. He orders one of something. I think it's soy.
Soy latte.
That's what it looks like to me. So this is what it is. Now he's got a bunch of these cartoons that he's. Oh, we got a little nudity there. Little soy boy rear end. It's okay. So anyway, if you want to find out what this is all about, go over there and subscribe to Mr. X. Not subscribe, just follow him and go look at his cartoons. The question is, do you have permission? Do I give you permission? Hell yeah, go and do it, man. This stuff's funny.
Yeah, he's kind of a meme at this point, so it kind of belongs to the internet as a whole.
Yeah, I think that's a way to look at it. So yeah, you have my permission. DJ Kong says back downcast. Extraordinary Jackson says EVS, you should be made to wear woolly, itchy garments for the duration of John's incarceration. You're hereby put a note.
90 days of itchy clothes.
I'll do it, John.
No, you don't have to do that.
Slater.
I mean, I could do that. What's that thing that people do? They self-flagellate.
Oh yeah, yeah, the little whip.
Yeah, I'll do that. I feel like I deserve that.
No, thank you.
Amateur Ant says, look at Ethan's retreating hairline. LMAO.
What are you trying to say?
That's the biggest jinx you could do to yourself.
Horrible. I know. By the way, yeah, laughing at another man's retreating hairline, right? That is a jinx. It's going to happen to you too, I guess. Maybe not though. Mistwood Publishing says neckbeards are called neards. Knee-reds. Oh, okay. Eddie Winkler says, hey, John, if I want to up my pledge, do I have to first refund my original pledge?
Yeah, I believe you have to back out, do a refund. You can do that while the campaign is active. And then just go ahead and up it. Do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I'm
feeling so much happier now. I was feeling really sad when I started this stream. And I was like, I have to start this stream to make myself feel better. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Brian Kriskow says, shout out to Clint. Thank you for having me on Sweetcast to pimp Six Gun Gorilla.
Oh, yeah. You bet.
I'm sure John would have had you on. Not feeling so good anymore. Cars in Depth says fish. Search on Andrew Kehoe and Bath, Michigan. Who's Andrew Kehoe?
Bath, Michigan is one of the largest terrorist attacks, domestic terrorist attacks in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, it was a dude. It was the second biggest story next to Lindbergh, the baby. It was a school. They blew blew up a school.
He blew it up with a bomb.
Yeah, little known fact: Ryan Stegman used to live in Bath, Michigan.
Wow.
Oh, is that right?
Coincidence?
I don't think it's a coincidence at all. I think it should be
No such
investigated
thing.
thoroughly. Yeah. By the way, the Lindbergh baby was kidnapped right here in New Jersey, and I really want to go up there and visit the house, the Lindbergh house. And there's a police museum in Trenton, New Jersey, that has all of the artifacts, all of the evidence from that trial. I don't know why I haven't been there yet. You know, I don't know why I haven't been to Trenton to go see that museum. I should actually do a live stream from there. I might be the only one who's interested. I want to do live streams like fossil hunting and then live streams going to museums. And I think people will think I flipped my lid. But I've already done mummy news. People like mummy news.
Like twice, right?
Yeah, I've done 2 episodes of mummy news. And the first one.
How's your mom doing?
She's doing good. Thanks for asking. That's my mummy news. The first one I just did because there was news about a mummy and it was just one story. And then people really liked it and wanted to know more about what was going on with mummies. And so I did 2 episodes of mummy news spaced out by like a week and a half. And then I started getting complaints from people saying that this is not what I subscribed for. I did not subscribe to hear about what's going on in the world of mummies. And I never laughed so hard in my life. I don't know, like this channel used to be about comic book art. Then it became about Star Wars. Then it became about ComicsGate. Now it's about mummies. About mummies, Ethan.
Maybe check into slime inspecting.
Well, slime inspecting or slime making. If you have kids, do any of you have kids in here? I mean, Cecil has nieces. Wenger? Yes, I think you said. And Clint, I think you do too, right?
Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
Are any of them old enough to be making slime?
Yeah, we've done some slime before, some homemade stuff. So I should put them to work. They've got little hands. Yeah,
it's like these kids like know about the chemicals. They want Clorox bleach. It's like they have meth labs. They've learned how to make slime. Big tanks of Elmer's glue. And a bunch of other stuff, and they just sit there and they make slime with chemicals.
It's like borax, I think. So the only thing I know that I'd ever use borax for is to make slime. So
what else is it for? I mean, who's used borax since like 1898? I mean,
no, the borax.
My wife.
they're pushing the borax.
Oh,
it's different. We're talking about a chemical that you use to make slime. Okay, Sabrov says EVS. Oh, by the way, but there are all these little like YouTube channels with kids, like 11, 10, 12-year-old kids who make slime, teach kids slime recipes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start teaching kids how to make slime on YouTube instead of mummies.
They already know that it comes out of their nose every day. It's disgusting.
Sabrov says, EVS, check out Valthanius Humanoid Psycho on Indiegogo if you have a chance. I backed it, but not vetted. It only has 29 hours left for $440 to go. The art, he says, the art. So, see, this is the problem with naming something Valthanius Humanoid Psycho.
Yeah, how do you search that?
Yeah, people don't really know how to spell it, and then you have to type all that out. Downcast is easy, Yeah. I got to say Graveyard Shift is not that easy, to be honest with you.
Whoa, really?
No, it isn't, But we do it anyway.
Graveyard Shift.
Part 2.
Super Harem is very easy to find.
Yeah, it is. It is. Let's see. Identity Crisis. Thanks for $1.99. Zoe Quinn says, trying to get work with the Patriots. Sketch Therapy says, do you think AT&T likes Zoe Quinn's Deathbringer? Probably not. Kareem Gantu says, seen Teal Deer's video about how Leia had to die? No, I didn't see that. Clicks008 says, what is the projected shipping date for Graveyard Shift 2?
I think we put it down for March.
Okay, that's good. Eddie Winkler says, just upgraded. Hey, Cecil, look up the Italian Spider-Man trailer on YouTube. I think he stole your gimmick. Don't worry, it's PG or less. It's also hilarious.
We got it for March, but now that I got 90 days freed up, I think we might be able to push that up a little bit.
Yeah.
You can thank Ethan.
Yeah, if it ships early, thank you, Ethan.
Should
Do
I
you have
mention
nothing
what's
else to
going
do?
on another stream right now, or is that
What?
on Mike's channel? They're auctioning the Lone Star page that he did one of the characters as me. It's
Oh,
going,
really?
yeah, it's going for $210 right now.
You gonna pay on it?
$210. You want to look at it? You want to watch Mike? Hold on a second.
Screen snipe.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't think we get in trouble for that.
Everything's questionable now.
I don't even know. I have no idea. Like,
I'm terrified.
what's legal and what isn't. But let's screen snipe the auction thing.
It's supposed to be a young me.
Are you being serious, or is this
Yeah.
like your...
Yeah. He's drawn in the book, young Cecil.
Okay, let's see here.
Cecilio es nombre de abuelito.
Why is it in Spanish?
I think that's Elliot.
So beautiful.
Oh,
Okay. We're looking for how much now?
$210 for Cecil.
$220 confirmed.
Oh, Elliot's in character as Uncle something.
Look at it on your wall.
Yeah.
You can say sweet nothings to
Uncle Julio.
Whatever you do.
Is that really supposed to be you, Cecil?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So you were on a date with this chick and it's not going well, it seems.
I only accept your platonic
I
love.
think we're in a car parked and monsters are attacking
the
us.
woman in this drawing.
I'm trying to make out with her.
Trust me.
What is the what book is this?
It looks that looks like an awkward kiss, Cecil. Come here, baby.
That's a normal kiss for me.
Come here.
Did you like
Brad,
consult on this project?
I just
page?
That angle with his ear right there, I always have trouble trying to draw an ear like that. I can't.
Wait, hold on. That's a John Byrne expression I see. Now this is making sense.
It looks a little like Todd McFarlane. That's like the Todd McFarlane lips there.
especially special.
You know,
Okay. We are looking for two.
They're well aware we're stream sniping this now, I guess.
Dollars, please. Everyone's trying to.
Oh yeah, Vilned's in there ratting us out.
Veal Ned. I don't know what side Veal Ned's on.
Related to.
We don't mean any harm. I don't know why we're watching this, but I was told to
Yeah,
watch this.
We just wanted to see how much
You can turn it
Cecil
on.
would go for.
Why-
None of your business
says,
is like,
why
hi,
is
Ethan.
Cecil
Hi,
mocking
Tanya.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
no
What would you bid on this
He don't
page?
like it.
What is it worth?
He don't like
Well, it's a Mike Miller.
it. Anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, it is good.
Alright,
So
this
it's got
is a
Cecil
good
in it.
time.
Yeah, it's got Cecil.
We look.
And he's getting cut.
Give 300 for it.
300 is what we're looking at.
Mhm.
Please don't listen
We're
to
at
my
210.
voice.
You know,
Heed my request.
what do your pages go for? What's an interior page go for these days? I completely forgot.
Juan del Diablo.
Like selling one?
Yeah.
Speak Spanish.
Well, I don't really sell any because I'm digital.
No, that
Oh,
great,
sure.
but-
Yeah. But I imagine they probably go around 300.
$300 for a
I don't
page.
speak- Actually, I'm not that. I'm not too shabby. I ain't too shabby. More conversational.
The way they drew, like
Yeah.
his neck just goes into his head in that panel. That makes me. Do you remember that guy that used to argue with ComicsGate on Twitter all the time? That looked like a thumb.
How many panels?
Who?
is this, Mike?
He looked like a thumb.
One.
It's
2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If people are talking about me in Spanish.
Jeez.
Let's see. 420 confirmed says Synergy. That's what they would bid on this. 410 confirmed.
What?
300. Oh, a pay for me or for this?
Oh, $220. Mark
450
Anthony is saying
confirmed.
$220.
Well, don't. I mean, if you're going to bid on this page, go bid over there.
Go
Don't.
do it in their stream, yeah.
Confirmation, or are we just playing
They
around?
don't know. I don't know what you guys are bidding on here.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. $220.
Why are we doing this? What are we looking at?
The beat
I don't know. It's not even English.
at
Yeah, it's not even English. I wish I had subtitles.
$220.
He's not even wearing his signature mask. Like, how are we supposed to know that's him?
Yeah,
Eric and Boyd says Elliot wants to be your Latin lover.
that's just a guess about what Cecil looks like. and
Yeah,
don't
I
it's
think
accurate.
Mike's intent was to do a younger version of what people
Your
think Cecil
lover,
looks like.
lover.
And Cecil gave him a little bit of guidance. If I
Juan del Diablo says
Cecil's
confirmado.
here. Hello.
Hello, Cecil.
Cecil.
Hello to you. Look at the page.
What did he do? Did you pop up the
Dialogue
other
for
stream?
this last panel. Cecil just wrote down the dialogue for this last panel.
$800 confirmed. We're getting a lot of bids here. We're getting bids on this channel for that page. I don't know. I don't think they count. I think $800 would be nice. They'd love to. $69,420, $666 confirmed. But that's not. They don't know that you bid that. So that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. it
The
doesn't-
problem is they don't know that you bid that. You're doing it in the wrong chat. So I'm sure Mike would be happy with $69,000.
I think what has to happen is you have to keep it still.
Yeah, 850 confirmed by Nordstrom. Again, not in the right chat. I mean, they're not going to know that you're bidding this. So,
What do you want from me, man?
it would be
I
nice.
don't know, but Mark,
Someone said Cecil lost the battle for his soul to the devil in the chat.
Like Spider-Man. Yeah.
That's Commandment Comics. Like he says the same shit to me.
Here, you can bid on this.
Always getting rejected.
I think he's fake. Like I think that guy's like a fake account. I think he's making fun of. I think he's making fun of them.
Mike got a
37
couple
million.
people in there that are like Bible related words, and then it says comics. There's King Solomon comics.
Yes. Yeah.
Comics.
I think they're fake. I think they're trolls.
Yellow Flash is bidding 70,000 on my artwork.
Yellow Flash. Thank you. That's very generous of you. But we it's $10 increments though, and that
I can
guy.
afford it. I'd count that as real.
Fritas, no, Mark Anthony. No French fries today.
Jam Create says Indie Comics Underground issue 1 is out now. The free online fanzine for Indie Comics. Sign up to get issue 2 before anyone else.
How much is Dos Ciento y Veinte dollars?
$200. 210. Is that 20? Viente's got to be 20.
How much is that in pesos?
I don't know. But I would just say that the auction's over at this point. This is why my auctions go a little bit quicker.
Yeah, start the freaking countdown, Mike.
Yeah, it's like
Dennis,
now you're milking it.
And $20.
And Dino says 210 is overpriced for Cecil. How dare you?
Cecil, I think you're worth more than that. My chat is doing really, really well. My auctions in my chat are obviously much better, and they bring in. Look at $70,000. There's a little bit of a disparity there. $70,000 here, 220 there.
1,000 chickens.
I will take that.
1,000 chickens is pretty
I'm
good.
going to deliver them though.
That's a lot. That's a lot of chickens.
Money
Definitely.
Very little chickens. Very small.
Grocery bag bid $72,000. So that's good.
What do you got, Flash? Are you going to let him do you like that?
Come on, Flash.
All right, it's
Albino Thunderbun says too rich for my blood. I'm out.
220.
Yannick bids 11 Bitcoin. Well,
here we go. The bid
that's a lot.
$220.
It's not as much as it was, 2 months ago, but it's a lot.
Now, 15.
1,000 Popeyes chickens confirmed. Kraken of the Sea. Popeyes chicken. They don't have those sandwiches anymore.
230, by the way.
Dennis
230 now.
Dennis Peruch.
That is my name.
Dennis Peruch says been advised to bid 230 chickens. He said
$230 confirmed to Dennis Peruch.
It's going right here for $72,000.
Oh, came back with that 230 confirmed.
Victor just said, "Damn, Ethan just sold a piece for
Thank you, my friend.
$70,000."
It is more expensive than rich Corinthian Bristol.
Flash, are you getting in here?
Oh, I love it. Dennis Farouk goes, I know what it's about.
Confirmado.
Dennis is in our chat and in that chat. Dennis, we love you. Thanks for doing that. That was funny.
Dennis is good people.
And definitely support these auctions if you guys have money to do so.
13. 12.
I want to hear Mike cry that he didn't get as much as he wanted.
I sing it to you, man.
We'll use their countdown too.
Oh.
So
Oh, they're doing the countdown final.
Single $240.
Nope.
$40.
Nope, 240.
Someone jumped in.
he said, Flash just said $1 million of Monopoly money.
Wait, 250, Dennis Pruch.
Dennis Brook says, dang, EVS auctions rocking. They just sold Big Art. Jerkmonger 250 confirmed. Oh, there's some people. First of all, Jay Hamilton goes, Ethan must be bored. He's stream sniping you, Mike. Jay Hamilton, I have 60 articles that I need to get to. I'm doing this because the fans asked me to. They say go stream snipe Mike selling a page of Cecil art. And Cecil asked me to.
I put a 1.
10.
Don't blame me for this. $90,000 on Mike Waringo original by Mike S. Miller from
We're
Iconic.
counting down. Can anybody beat $1 million from Yellow Flash?
Everybody dance along with me. 9.
7.
Oh, 9. That's the first 9.
And Dino says, I'm here and I'm queer.
I think that beats $1 million.
This is called the auction salsa.
4.
The auction merengue.
Oh, God. It's all so fun.
Okay, I'm here and I'm queer. Can anybody beat that?
The Monster Hunt cha-cha.
I'm here and I'm queer.
Wow, $30 trillion confirmed from Matthew Lemons.
Mm.
I don't know if...
And for good luck.
$30 trillion. More money than exists in the world.
Dennis Baruch for
exists in the world.
But only half.
Let's check in on Graveyard Shift real quick here, by the way. Graveyard Shift. Boom, $144,738.
That is the incorrect.
Congratulations, John Malin. All right, let's see. Can we move on to the next person? Look at the t-shirt Mike's wearing right now, by the way. You see what I'm saying?
Goodson, are you prepared?
I am.
Hey, Mike,
Friendship dies hard.
out for the night. Thank you very much for having me on. Okay.
Brad.
Ellis Goodson. Who's Ellis Goodson? Do you guys know him?
Brad, do you need to go?
I'm
That's a good thing.
I only have the one. I'm good, buddy.
He's an artist.
I never heard of him.
Sean and Carter.
Oh, okay.
I think Mike was roommates with him once.
Don't worry.
Is that true?
Thanks for the love, guys. I appreciate it and support this.
John knows him.
Awesome.
Did awesome.
John,
Brad.
do you know Ellis
Good seeing
Goodson?
you, man.
Yeah, you too, Kevin. We'll catch up later. See you guys.
Later.
All right, people want me to get off of Mike now. All right, we will. We'll get off of Mike.
Yeah.
Stop sharing. All right,
Also
thank you.
got this. If
that was the-
anybody wants to bid on this is the original of the crime scene.
Oh shit! Hold on a second now.
So if you have $30 trillion for this,
is this your artwork, Wenger?
yeah,
That looks great. So this is an original art. By the way, what did you draw this with? Is this like a Bic pen?
no, this is a. It's the Yasutomo Liquid Stylus is what I work with.
Oh, it looks nice.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
very
a Japanese gel pen and blue line pencil.
Okay, fascinating. So this is a drawing of Cecil and Wenger, and that's me on the ground with knives in my back.
Yeah, we're investigating this crime scene.
Oh, you didn't instigate the crime. You're investigating the crime.
Well, I'm looking. Cecil is investigating. I'm kind of there acting a little suspicious.
You're drinking, and you don't look like you give a crap.
Yeah, it looks like you got a smile on your face.
Yeah, and you seem amused by this.
Looks like you have hair too.
And a balled up fist. There's anger there.
Yeah, why do you have hair?
Well, I drew this before I buzzed my head.
Yeah. So are there clues in the picture? Philip Diaz wants to know.
Maybe.
Are there? Well, okay. The chair in the back is the penis chair from my live streams. That's the hey Mike penis chair. So that's a clue. What is the? Is there a rooster on that thing? So it could be Mitch. That's a reference to Mitch, I think, up there. See, rooster claws. Could be Mitch. Could be Mike. And then they're flames. So they're flamer. Let's see. Who could that be? That could be almost anyone.
Yeah.
It could be War Campaign. War Campaign's super gay.
No, that's it's clearly done by 3 people. There's 3 knives. So I think you're looking at, Doug Tenaple, Mike Miller, and Nasser Rabadi.
You think Nasser Rabadi did it? Oh, interesting.
This lower knife was Nasser. He was trying to get in the booty hole, but he missed.
Oh, that's awful. Okay, so let's start the bids at $20 for this
I was
incredible,
joking. I wasn't really
incredible
trying to
piece
sell
of
it.
artwork. He's just joking, but it doesn't matter because if somebody bids on it, he has to sell it. Some people think that Comic Book Hut did it. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure about that. Wenger is the creator. I'm just going to leave it there. He's the creator. No, I'll have to add to that. I don't think you're the Lord. That's not what I'm trying to.
5 confirmed.
You got $5?
20. No, I'm reading it.
Philip Polito is confessing that it was him.
It was him. He's the one who murdered me. I mean, that's
what he says.
Boy do Nguyen for $40 confirmed.
Wow. So you are going to sell this already? Amazing. I'm putting Super Harem in the description. So give me 1 second.
What I was showing before this is some concept art that I made for Super Harem Part 2.
Margaret Miracle says 40. I think we already have bid for 40. We're looking for 50 or better, Margaret.
Or $1 million.
$1 million or worse.
Yeah.
I think we would accept worse than $1 million at this point.
We've got Ace is offering 1 Taco Bell burrito.
That sounds good to me right now.
Yeah, I would like a burrito. If you can deliver it right now, I'll give you this.
Yeah. Camara says 50 euros.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera. There are worm tracks in the ground. Somebody's noticing. There are clues. There are clues all around. Mitchell Noodle says 50 confirmed. 50 what? 5 pouches of chew, 1 Tijuana Bible, and 2 Krabby Patties confirmed. Joseph says it's only 11:40. Actually, Taco Bell is still open right now.
Yeah, so he could deliver me that burrito.
100%. Yeah, 50 what? Exactly. That's the whole point. 5 Bs confirmed.
I will take those Bs, definitely.
Sold for 5 Bs.
5 Bs.
200 Reich marks confirmed. A lot of people bidding for foreign currency that doesn't exist anymore.
Sorry, guys. 5 Bs has it.
5 Bs. Beautiful. 17 eggs in a gently used thong. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Let me read the rest of these super chats. I'm going to let these guys go for the night. Kenny Jones says, EVS, I knew you'd throw us all under the bus. I just never thought you'd do it to John. Damn. Oh, man, I know. It's bad.
Yeah, right after the stream, guys, I'm going to fire up Malin after midnight. Oh, wait.
You can. You can. Brian Kriskow says, is it cool if I post the 6-Gun Gorilla relaunch link? Yeah, do it. Absolutely. Are you a mod? I mean, I don't know if Brian Kriskow is a mod. The Replicator says, mods add Replicator links, please. ComicsGate. Mike Dalton says, looks like a hostage proof of life pick. That is the John Byrne pick is a hostage proof of life pick. It kind of looks like one. Super Divorce says, what's more dangerous, schemes or scams?
Well, they work in tandem. You make the scheme and then you make the scam.
Yeah, the scheme is just the planning phase. The actual implement,
Yeah, so the scam is more dangerous.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Okay, Captain F Head, thanks for a pound. Dr. D says, Doker D says, this man was caught pooping in Ethan's pool. That could have been John Byrne as well. Barb Rogers says, 13 thumbs down is ominous. Fix this now. Well, it's Friday the 13th. Argentico 2003 says, take this super chat. I would have donated to Malin. Don't make me profit at the expense of Malin. I can't feel, I can't possibly feel worse right now. I mean, let's see. Zayd Comics says, back Super Harem for a sick dab. And while you're at it, back my book Magic Cop because I have the same birthday as Ethan. Hail, but 20 years later. You son of a bitch. You're 25 years old. I wouldn't give to be 25 again. Bogus Fortune says, Malin, chill more. Time is running out.
Everyone go back graveyard shift. It ends tomorrow. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Link is in the description, guys. Chris W says, get Ty Beard to plead the case for Malin. Doom Notron says mix borax, flour, sugar, and water to kill roach infestation. That's interesting. So slime and roach poison is the same thing. Boy Dude Yen says, I can't find Melons StreamYard on Indiegogo. No. Jam Create says Indie Comics Underground issue 1 is out now. The free online fanzine for Indie Comics. Sign up to get issue 2 before anyone else. And Unhinged Crank says, what the fuck? And this is Unhinged Crank says, EVS, why are you parading children on our stream?
Whoa.
What am I doing?
Missed that.
I missed the part about children in the stream.
Yeah.
Especially parading them. You know, I didn't see that at all.
I think this person is seeing what they want to see.
Aren't we all?
You might want to think about what that means to
Aren't
you,
we all?
sir. Why are you seeing little kids?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you one of these maps?
Oh, maybe it's because John was born in 2002. Maybe that was it.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to remind everyone, Graveyard Shift. Oh my gosh, we're so close to 145. Get us to 145, guys. We're at 1977. Were you born after 1977? I mean, a little after 1977. Yeah, we got to get a couple more backers here so we can get this this campaign over 145. That's what I want to see. That's the only thing I can do. And it's the least I can do. I already backed Graveyard Shift 2 at the highest level. I bought 4 copies last time and gave one away to a fan. Did you see that, John?
Yeah, I saw, I think, a photo of it. Yeah, very cool of you.
He was rejoicing. He's like, I really wanted it. I just don't have any money. I said, I have 4 copies. I can spare one, but only one. I just wanted to make that clear in case, like, 3 other, what would you call? What did they call, like, street urchins? And they call them street urchins in Dickens novels. In case 3 other street urchins, came at me, hat in hand. No, I have 4 copies of Graveyard Shift. I need 3 for my own personal use.
Right.
You can have 1. Back this right now, guys.
Like if you're giving your children toys on Christmas morning and you see 3 little noses pressed up against your window watching all the happiness in there.
Yeah.
You'd still have those copies to throw on the fire in front of them to show that you don't care.
Right, yeah. Throw on fire. That's what Comic Book Hut's going to do. I can't wait till he gets my comic.
Oh, you think he's totally going to trash it?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to thoughtlessly and pointlessly trash my comic just to hurt my feelings.
Oh, what do you see what I do to it, Little Caesar?
Oh God, he did say that too. Oh,
I think he's gonna fall in love with it when he sees it.
I hope so because
I think we're gonna see a face turn for the Hut.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be great if somebody face turned the other way? Because so far all we've had was people turning villain.
Yeah, that's a heel turn. Yeah, a lot of heel turns happening in ComicsGate.
No face turns.
Yeah, no face turns.
And we need some face turns. We need some villains to become heroes. I think that would be cool. Who would you like? John Delarose? Would you like him to become a hero?
No.
Who would you like? Let me think of who could be a good face turn. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know who left that I want back. Okay, I will say this. The only person I really want back is Nasser Rabadi. And I know that's controversial. When I say I want Nasser Rabadi back, I mean the Nasser Rabadi that doesn't scream at John Malin. Or
there you go.
The old Nasser. All right, so back Graveyard Shift, and let's get this to 145. We're almost there. Look, we just got another backer. We just need a couple more to get this to 145. Let's go over and look at Super Harem. This is Wenger's book. Wenger, what's Super Harem about?
Super Harem is about this guy. He's an ordinary, everyday guy named Tim, and he has an incredible power that any woman he makes love to gets superpowers for a limited time. Super Harem is sexy ladies and giant monsters. You see, when you use these powers, sometimes it summons giant monsters from hell, and that's where the downside is. And so you gotta think about Tim's predicament here. Every time he has sex, he could destroy the world. It's a conflict. It's an inner conflict. So the guy, the love of his life, Sophie, she left him when she realized that these monsters were coming from them, and he's been alone ever since. And he meets this crazy, trashy chick, Journey, at a party, and now she's just running wild. So you can imagine, like, the worst woman that you ever hooked up with. If you gave her the powers of Superman, what kind of horrible predicament you would be in. That's where we start the story.
That is a great. I mean, that sounds like a Garth Ennis project. That is hilarious and awesome. Everyone loves this book. The art is fantastic. It's look, the ladies might like it, but it's mostly for the gentlemen, I think, out there. Beautiful, beautiful artwork.
I have to stress that it's not porn. You see that sexy art. It's actually very mild as far as those themes go. All the sex is implied.
Nice.
It's really about these ladies fighting these giant monsters and some funny jokes.
Now, if I recall, Wenger, you actually laid these out, these pages, and there was a tier where you can see the original layout versus what the artist did, right?
Yeah, I have to say, if you scroll on down, you can see what my layouts look like.
Really?
So and it's the same scene that you're looking at there.
Right here.
You can see that's what I drew, and then Joe took that and just ran with it.
Your layouts are pretty good. That works.
Appreciate you. Yeah, but if you back our high tier, you'll get a physical copy of the book, which will now be in color, and you'll get an ash can that'll have these. You can see what I did, and you can compare it to where Joe went, which I think is really cool. And you'll also get a personal sketch by Joe. He'll he'll draw for you any of the 5 main characters that you want.
Yeah, this is great. This is very cool. Those are good perks. Yeah, I love this book, and I think it looks great. It is not porn. We want to stress it. It's not porn. So if that's a selling point, you might be disappointed. But if it's because you just want to read something that isn't porn, you're going to be delighted by that. By the way, the chat is filled with people outraged that I wanted Nasser back. F Nasser, no Nasser, and then Captain Deadpool says a lot of love for Nasser in the room. Yeah, Nasser sucks. See, I mean, the thing about it is when people do leave, nobody wants them back. I gotta say, people leave and everybody kind of sees them differently.
Well, they were a lot of times, like, Nasser was really rude to a lot of customers, and they don't really take kindly to that.
Who would you guys want back? Who do you miss?
Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I had a great relationship with Doug. We had a lot of fun together. I was a regular on his show.
Yeah.
And I hated to see that the way that turned out.
I liked all of them. I like Doug a lot. Do I like Mike? No, Mike gets on my nerves. Mike gets on my last nerve, but I do like him. I care about Mike. I want Mike to succeed. But yeah, Mike really bugs the hell out of me.
He's evil, but he's our evil.
Yeah, he's evil, and he's his own worst enemy, and he doesn't see that. And I think that's the thing about Mike that's so frustrating. It's like you're hurting yourself, and you're going, but it's like you're hurting yourself. It's like, stop it. And he goes, "You can't tell me what to do, Ethan." And I go, "You're right. And that's the thing about Mike that's very frustrating. But yeah, I miss Doug TenNapel. The old Doug was fun in here. Mike is fun. Mike, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I liked having Nasser in here because you never knew what Nasser was going to say. You never knew. It was always kind of surprising. So at least he was very entertaining. And that's that's a good thing. All right, so Super Harem.
Yeah, let me just can I say just 2 more things about my my stretch goals that I have.
Sure, we've got an hour to kill.
If we get to 24K, we're doubling the page count. So I'm working on part 2 right now. That's going to be included here if we get to 24K. If we don't, it'll have to be another book. And also, if we get to 50K, I'm going to get covered in mayonnaise.
Whoa.
I don't want that though. I mean, that's a good way to ensure that you never get to 50K. You're going to be at 49.99 and you're going to be like, "Can I come on your show?" And I'll be like, "No."
Can you wear the wig when you throw that mayonnaise on?
We'll see about that.
Yeah. Okay. So what else? There are two other things, right? What else are we going to learn?
I think that was the two things.
That was two things. Oh,
I think that was two.
All right, so Super Harem, back that campaign right now. The link's in the description. And then, Downcast, Clint Stoker's Downcast, which is a pretty cool sci-fi story about blue-collar teens using the power of gravity to fight against a corrupt city for their father's life. Go.
Yeah. We were over 30,000. We just had a nice jump. It's a teen book, I'd say. This is my answer to, I feel like, what Marvel should be doing, what I really enjoyed about comics. So yeah, please back it. I really appreciate everyone that has. And we're currently we're at 888 backers. If you refresh it, isn't that an evil number or something? Like SJWs are going to go after me. So,
Whoa. Nice. You got 3 more backers since you've been on the show? 888. I don't know if it is because it just means there'll be 3 H's.
Infinity.
Yeah.
That's like a holy number. You don't want any more than that, Clint.
It's good luck for Koreans.
He needs more than that. We need to get him to 31,000. I think that would be a good goal for him to hit. Here from this show. Graveyard Shift again. Graveyard Shift number 2. This is ending. I mean, this is going to be over tomorrow, pretty much at this time. Oh my God, we're so close to 145.
Yeah,
we're so close now. It's 1982 backers. 1982. That was the year of what happened in 1982. That was right before Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh man.
What was that? Not E.T. E.T. came out in 1982. Poltergeist came out in 1982.
Raiders Lost Ark.
The year before that.
Was Raiders Lost Ark
81?
I think it was 82 or 81, but it might have been 82. I remember being on the playground and I had just seen Poltergeist. My parents let me see Poltergeist. It thoroughly freaked me out, but it also intrigued me. And some kids said, "Have you seen E.T. yet?" And I said, "No." "Is it scary?" And they said, "Yeah, it's about aliens." And I was like, "Shit, it sounds terrifying. E.T. sounds scary. I don't know what it is." And I asked my mom about it, and she said, "It ain't scary." And then I got a wind-up E.T. toy for Pollyanna that Christmas at school. It was in the 3rd grade. You would do the Secret Santa exchange gifts thing. And somebody gave me this little ET that you wind up and he walked. And I was very poor, and that was the nicest present I received that Christmas from anyone.
48 Hours came out in 1982.
Conan the Barbarian.
Conan.
Blade Runner.
Fast Times.
You're there, dude. 145.60. I think it was my ET story that did it.
I think so.
All right.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate all of you for backing this. And yeah, we end tomorrow. So if you guys are on the fence, stick around. Yeah.
Back this campaign. Keep it moving. Let's get it to 150. Let's get it to 150 before the 24-hour mark. That's what I would like to see. And don't forget Super Harem. You love Wanger. How can you not love Wanger, guys? Back this campaign. Back Downcast, Clint Stoker's great comic about the blue-collar teens. I'm just going to read your blurb every time. Blue-collar
the
teens
pitch right there.
using the power of gravity to fight against a corrupt city for their father's life. And look at this print you're going to get.
Yeah, we saw that. It looks very nice.
That looks like someone I know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's Chaz Walgamont. He's once I showed this off, everyone was like, "How can I get him to color my book?" And I'm like, "He won't." This was just he's a friend. He did a personal favor, so he doesn't do a lot of this kind of stuff. So it's really, really, really cool to have it. It's a 52 pages of story, 56-page book total, and we got 2 different covers. One's done by Matt Weldon. I love his art, really, really excited for it. We're 75% finished with the interior pages.
We're getting news that let's see, Elliot just put up a Green Lantern piece on the auction. $190. Is it sold at $190? You can do better than that. I saw that piece. It was beautiful. It was epic. Back Downcast, let's make these campaigns work and succeed gloriously, and let's make Let's make comics great again.
Yeah. Help me
right.
to beat Carl O'Rowe.
What?
Carl's beating me now. On
Okay.
Deathsworn. Deathsworn has more money than Super Harem.
Deathsworn is totally badass too, though. I mean, you got to say, Carl O'Rowe is awesome.
Absolutely. I want Carl to be a great success. I just want to be more successful.
Yeah,
That's right. Bottom line
fair.
is Wenger's an American. Carl's like Scottish or something.
Yeah, he's from the UK.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. I forgot about that. We have to be loyal to Americans. So we want Carl to do well. We just want Wenger to do better.
Yeah, who likes potatoes?
No
one.
Yeah, nobody likes potatoes, and all they do is have potato famines over there.
Yeah.
I hope no one confuses his Deathsworn book with Zoe Quinn's new book, Death Causer.
Death Causer, Death Inducer. All right, I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Melon's not going to be streaming. Cecil, are you going to stream from here or somebody?
John, you want to?
If you want to, we can. Yeah.
That's not what I said.
Well, I don't want to keep you up, Cecil. You don't have to do that for me. I will have a full day tomorrow. If you don't want to stream, don't worry about it.
I'm going to be streaming all night long for you tomorrow. We'll go until 4 a.m.
I'll do an hour for you now if you want.
All right, let's do an hour.
Cool. All right, guys. Have a great time. Everybody go to Cecil's channel. See you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye all.
Thank you. See you.